Let's get some lights on in here. Forgot to turn on the lights. I always forget these little things, but it's a little dark in here now that I'm in here. It's bright, but not how I like it. Yeah, unplug my other light. I forgot about that. Okay, hold on a second. Had a power outage today. I was like unplugging things to try to figure it out. There we go. Much better, much brighter. Like my office nice and bright. Kind of cold where I live today. A little cold today. It's just like the bright lights help me feel more in the mood and stuff. Definitely isn't the Google chair. I'm an international star. Greetings from Holland. Am I actually though? I don't know, man. That seems like a lie. I know we said it yesterday, but I didn't realize today was a holiday. I'm getting a lot of slack from family members that I'm streaming today. So we are going to make this a short stream today as well. But I also didn't cancel the stream because if I would have realized it was a holiday, I actually had a bunch of stuff I wanted to go do today. I want to go look at a new vehicle today. Can't do that. I was actually going to go buy a new vehicle today. Well, I have my eye on a few different vehicles, but found something I like. So I was going to go buy... Yeah, I was going to go buy a vehicle today, but I can't because it's a freaking holiday, man. I had all these plans today. I was supposed to go to all these things. I had all these things planned. It was going to be a very productive day. No, not at all, actually. Greetings from Puerto Rico. Hey, man. These lights are really bright. I think I reset them when I God, I'm so picky, man. They're too bright. They're not bright enough. That's a bit better. It's not so intense. There we go. Yeah, it's like, so yeah, having power outages all morning, and it's like everything got reset. It's kind of annoying. EV vehicles? Not yet. Let's talk about EV vehicles actually. What's everybody's take on EV? So there's a couple different types of EV, right? Like there's PHEV, which is hybrid. There's BEV, which is fully electric. So BEV is your fully electric vehicles. Those are like your Teslas and some of the new Audis. They're BEV, which is full battery operated. There's PHEV, which is like a hybrid. So like say the first like 50 kilometers or 50 miles or whatever are fully on electric, and then the rest is gas. You still put gas in them, but you still charge them as well. So like the first, I don't know, like 50 or 100 kilometers or miles is all electric, and then after that your battery kind of runs out and it kicks in. So like, what are your guys' take? What's your guys' takes on the electric vehicle platform? Yeah, they'll be all uploaded to YouTube. Everything's uploaded to YouTube. Everything goes on YouTube right now. It's all there. There's no more $25 option on the Patreon. That's gone forever. The last call to join that was back in the day. That has been gone for a long time. If you can't afford the 45, you're in a hard no bueno kind of situation. You know what I mean? It's a no-fly zone if you're waiting for $25. That ain't ever happening again, dude. How one day Discord might be $100 to join. So join now while it's still 45, because when it's 100, then you're gonna be like, dude, please, man, I need that $45 hit. Either fully electric or fully gas. Okay, that's what you prefer. I don't mind the new Mercedes EQS. I don't mind it. I don't love it, but I don't mind it. I think there's some pretty nifty things about it. I sound like such an old man. It's so nifty. No, I think the new one's pretty cool. Okay, like I think the EQS, I might get a little hate for this. I think it's okay. I'm not in love with it. I think the body's interesting. I think it's a different kind of take. Obviously, that's highly aerodynamic. That's why it's shaped like an egg, right? But it's kind of okay. I really wish they would have done like a fully LED grille. I think that would have really separated it. I think that would have really made it pop off. If that front grille, they have the like little 3-point diamond stars all on that front grille. The Mercedes 3-point diamond or whatever it is, or the 3-point star. If all of those were like LED, yeah, that would have been like sick. So I think cars are a good investment. I think they never used to be. I think now with all the shortages across the world, people are going crazy for cars. Some cars have tripled in value from the point where they were brand new, selling for like 200K, and they're worth like 600K now. So no, not really. I don't think they're a great investment, but you know. BVs are great because you don't need gas, but what's the point when they're stupidly expensive? Two thoughts to that. What happens when you have to replace the battery in them? Say you save yourself 15 grand over 5 years on gas, and in 6 years you have to pay 20 grand for a new battery pack. What's the point? Because the batteries have to be replaced in them. They don't last forever. Okay, so let's think about that for a second. Like, yes, you save like small amounts of money now, but I think batteries need to get cheaper before EVs make sense. EVs don't have great longevity, and they have more depreciation, actually, Ryan Cho, due to the battery situation with them, due to every year that you own it is 1 year less that battery has to live, which becomes a massive cost to replace. So I don't necessarily think they have less depreciation. And great longevity, I think, is Subjective. I think that's yet to be seen. Longer lifespan. Cheaper maintenance per year is definitely true, but with a brand new vehicle, there is no maintenance cost. Cheaper fuel, so your fuel is just energy, right? Electric cars aren't for everybody. It depends on your local area. Charging stations, cash for your home charging station. Also, how much you drive and if you're willing to spend time on charging stations. Yeah, I would agree. I think Eugenio Mata, I think that's the right take. I think that's the big take. You got to be willing to pay for the charging station. You got to be willing to pay more upfront. Okay, depreciation right now, you would be right on that. Depreciation right now is almost minimal to none. But as time goes on, then these cars are going to start hitting their battery lifespan. And it's like, oh man, yeah, this Tesla's great, but now I have to fork over another 20K for a new battery. You know what I mean? So gas cars would run for more years hand down. Like a gas car can run forever as long as you maintain it mechanically. Mechanically is the key word. Rust. You really have to be proactive and not reactive with cars if you want it to last, right? So anybody want to guess what I was looking at? I almost bought a vehicle yesterday. And I was going to go look at the second options today. But it's a holiday and I can't do that. Who wants to guess what I was looking at? One big time high five for whoever gets it right. So you're going to get the biggest, most satisfying virtual high five of your life. I'm going to hit that camera. Like my hand's going to fly at that thing at a rate you haven't seen before. It's going to be like a sonic boom type of high five. Hey, Extra, what's up, man? You can't just call out brands. I'm not going to accept that as an answer. Don't be a brand caller. Be a model caller. You know what I mean? Brand callers are low tier, like low angle takes. You have to say the car. i4, no. Audi's still being built. Gordon nailed it. Look at this. Like one of the first guesses. Gordon. Bang, dude. It even autofocused right on the hand for you. You might want to replay that in slow motion. I think I almost knocked everybody off their chair. Yeah, Range Rover. No, my RS7 is still being built. It's not coming for another month or two. It's been being built since last year with a shortage. Voice fix? The voice was always on. Unless we lost voice for some reason. Yeah, Range Rover. I was looking at a Range Rover yesterday. Nice vehicles. Not a sport, no. Gordon, you already got it, man. Your Range Rover. I think the more the government pushes EV, the more the value of gasoline vehicles are going to go up. I would say the more the value of gas vehicles will go up over time, the more the government's pushing on this. RS7 color is crazy beautiful. Yeah, it's I'm really looking forward to driving it. Yeah, I need a family vehicle, so yeah, was looking at the Range Rovers. Nice cars. I've always liked Range Rover, but they're just like crazy crazy expensive, right? Tata Motor stocks. Who do they make parts for? Not everyone will be able to afford an EV. There's cheap EV cars out there, Basan. Isn't there some pretty cheap EV cars? There must be. Like, let's see. You know, there's cars for like 20 grand that are electric. The Leaf. $19,000 for a Nissan Leaf. Dude, that's a Nissan Leaf. What do you drive? I drive a Leaf. I guess it's cool. Yeah, so Tata, I think back in 2008, if I'm not mistaken, 2008, they bought Jaguar and Range Rover, right? Like, I'm pretty sure Kartik is like, this happened a long time ago. There was some kind of takeover with Jaguar Range Rover. This is going back into my memory bank, so like I'm trying to just 2008, I think. So it's been a while, and from what I know, they've been dumping money into resources on Range Rover to fix the brand ever since. I think, I don't know, something like that. I know that. I thought Tata was the Range Rover parts manufacturer. They design, develop, and manufacture all the parts for the Range Rover and Jaguar, I believe. So I believe in 2008, you know, Range Rover used to have a really bad reputation in the auto industry for reliability, and they still do. Like, trust me, they are still very unreliable vehicles, but it gets better every year. So, you know, Range Rover is one of those companies that are, yeah, it's going to be one of the big players of the future for sure in the automobile industry. They already are, but even more so going forward in the future. No one wants a Leaf. Yeah, but somebody in chat's like, oh, well, you know, not everybody can afford an electric vehicle. And I agree, not everybody can, but like a Leaf isn't too bad. Like if you want to go electric, you know, no one wants a Leaf. Dude, man, why you gotta be so negative? Maybe that's all, you know, that's all that you can provide for your family is a Nissan Leaf. As long as you have wheels, man, better than the bus, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, but the idea you can get a better gas car for the price. Yeah, true. Long time ago. Yeah, 2008. Common electric vehicle is probably not going to be cheap due to the massive shortage of chips and raw materials. Yep. I put a plastic water bottle in the back of my tire bike and pretend like I'm driving a motorcycle. See, this is the right take. It's all in your mind. If you believe it's a motorbike, dude, you're driving a Tron. One of those Tron motorbikes, futuristic. You just have to believe in it up here and in your heart, man. Back on streaming YouTube. Yeah, I'm back on streaming YouTube, my dude. This is my first week back. First week back, and it was an ego buy by Ratan Tata, the CEO. Well, it was a good buy though. Bullish on gold. It's like Range Rovers said something insulting, and he soon bought them. Motivational story in India. Everyone respects Ratan Tata so much. Oh, I didn't know that, dude. That's so cool. Car I got a few months back. I never bought any car a few months back, dude. What are you on about, man? People always come into the stream with these random facts. They're like, how's the new Porsche? It's like, what? News to me, man. You tell me. I don't, you know. People always have like these, like yesterday, it was my birthday apparently. They're like, happy birthday, Cotton. It's like, what? And they're like, oh, I heard you moved to Ohio. How are you liking the United States? Like, oh yeah, it's good, man. Perfect. Love it. Yeah, I live over on First Street, dude. It's like, yeah, man, it's awesome. I saw you on TV the other day in the Cross Olympics. Dude, I didn't know. Well, now you do. Like, okay. The GV80, that one? Yeah, I think that was more than a few months ago. Okay, so you're talking about the GV80. Yeah, it's not bad. Just time for an upgrade. It was something we bought in the moment, and it's nice, and I'll make all my money back on it because there's a massive shortage of them. So I think I'll make even a little bit more than what I paid for it, and I got to drive it for the better part of a year. So yeah, it's a cool vehicle. There's a massive shortage in them, but so I don't know, just time for something a little bigger and nicer. Better Call BCS all the way, dude. Fargo or Better Call Saul? Better Call Saul, man. Fargo's okay, but Better Call Saul is like incredible. I never, to be honest, Peter B, I never really watched Fargo too much. Have I ever considered a Tesla? I have, and I quickly like snapped out of it because I wanted a real automobile. They're called trolls. Some people are serious though. Some people aren't trolling. I'll be voting for you in this year's elections. Congrats on running. Yeah, I'll need all the support I can get, man. I'm up against some big hitters here. Although I think we got the pull to make it happen. We got 82 votes in this channel right now. We got 82 concurrent. I promise you we have 82 votes min. That's our kind of min take ballot push campaign response. Min take, we got 84. We're on it. Yeah, I didn't know today was a holiday, so that's kind of crappy, but I didn't also not want to stream. I considered for a moment sending out a tweet, not streaming today. Didn't realize it was a holiday, but then I was like, yeah, no. I'll just come on for a short period of time. I just do some like really chill stuff. Ever seen Mr. Robot? Yeah, dude, it's like one of my favorite shows. I love it. Who would I spoon? I don't know, man. What kind of question is this? Dr. D and cotton pushing for senator. I can get on board with that. From Malaysia, what's up, man? So we're going to be doing a little bit of team talk today. I'm really taking this weekend. I'm going to be working through the whole weekend to get things prepped for stream next week and get ready, get all the team stuff ready and organized. So the next weekend's going to be next week's going to be a lot of fun. Okay, Bitcoin, what have you been doing? Held the hourly level. So it actually did go deeper in its range, assumingly it went after a reverse. The last reverse is here. Held this, goes after this one. Not a trade I would have taken, but sure, goes after the reverse. Not a problem. Kind of just this point. Now it'll go for this next, right? That's fine. Let's hold. Pretty straightforward on the charts. We talked about this as a target yesterday on stream for anybody who was in down here. Nothing really else to say. What's my coffee setup? I have a Breville barista, and then I just do like lattes, no sugar. I like the lattes, no sugar. %200 on that pump. Nice one, Kardik. Yeah, so that's that 4-hour level we were talking about yesterday that it back tested to hit its move, right? So back test that 4-hour level, goes after its 1-hour hold. Pretty straightforward. Good job, Kardik. That's really good, man. That's awesome, dude. Congrats. There is going to, so let's low-key talk about something for real quick second here. Anybody who's in the community, there is going to be free ground beans. No, of course not. Fresh ground. Fresh ground beans. I take my beans very seriously. I pick nothing but my favorite brand and a very specific type. So I use Lavazza, and I can't remember. I just know it by the package. I used to use the Super Crema. Now I use the gold package. The gold package is like crazy good. The gold package is super hype, dude. I don't know which one it's called, but it's Lavazza. And then so like fresh beans, they're can sealed in a metal can with rubber seals, so that the can that they stay in keeps them ultra fresh. More so open the bag right into the can, close the can, take what I need. Only open that can like a couple times. Okay, so let's work from there. All right, that can gets opened maybe 5 times only to refill the machine. The machine is also sealed as well as a Breville barista. And I use 2% milk. I know that's a little bit of a sin, but I like to keep the calories in check. You know what I mean? So I find 2% is the good balance with that bean for me. No extra flavors, nothing. So just a nice either flat white if I'm really feeling like I want to hit, or then if not, usually a latte. So I'm not over the top super hype with my coffee, but it's a good, really nice, like well balanced cup for me. It's really, really good. I have grind the beans, and then I don't know what the tool is called, but it's like these little like metal things, and you just kind of stir after it grinds just to kind of aerate it a little bit. And then I pack it down certain pressure, trim it. Oh yeah, man. Yeah, I like it's kind of serious, but not, not too serious. Blue Mountain? No, I haven't tried it. Kartik is not a team leader, Raj. And the only way to get into teams is to be in the Discord server. We're going to talk about teams low-key for a second here. Also, all team decisions run through their coaches, but their coaches have to verify it with me. Better than Starbucks? Yeah, it is. Mohit, I have a video called How to Use My Channel on my page. A niche grinder. I've seen them. They make a really, really nice cup. I've seen like the color of the espresso that they make. They're nice. But I'm already in it with a Breville, so like I'm not gonna, I don't take my coffee that seriously. I drink like 1 cup a day, so it's like whatever. Let's low-key talk about teams for a second. There is going to be a few spots on teams opening, not new teams, a few spots, because not every team filled up all 6 members. So there is going to be opportunity for anybody who's in the stream to get into a team. So if you're in the Discord, you're watching the stream right now, you think you've got what it takes to be on a team, you can message me, but it's extremely cutthroat. Go check on Patreon, dude. It's all listed there, Zenzel. So we have a couple team spots that are going to be available for the simple fact that not every team filled up with 6 members. I approved some teams on the basis of 5 members because they wanted to have complete control and do interviews for members. We're going to talk to one of the teams today. One of the teams is Team Progress, who nobody has met yet. But they are, let me tell you something about Team Progress. Like, they have their stuff together. I haven't had too much of an opportunity to watch them trading or talk to them, but from what I've seen, these guys are going to be absolute killers. I'm not kidding. I'm holding my opinion to myself about what I think which teams are going to do what. I am simply going to say Team Progress has their stuff together like no other team. I will say that. They have their stuff together better than any other team. I'm not talking about profits, right? I'm talking about just their architecture is like on point. I don't think that means anything. CMRP. I don't trade the news. Neither should you. Reverse levels I talked about in the last bit of butterfly effect. No, patron, $25 patron is gone forever. That 39 level is a 4 hour. Oh, is it a 4 hour? No, what do we have that marked? Yeah, I thought it was a game. Was it the hourly? Oh man, I almost have to watch yesterday's stream now. Was it a 15? It was a 15. There's something to do with the 4 hour here. I thought for sure this was a 4 hour level. 4 hour level was up here. What did we mark this as yesterday? Just a 15-minute target, break over that? Yeah, okay, that's fine. 15-minute target, that's fine. I'm not gonna go too much into this level. Yeah, it was the 4 hour. It was, that's right. I'm pretty sure it was a 4 hour, right, Richard? Yeah. Yeah, it was the 4 hour. It just developed differently over the course of the trade, right? Yeah. Appreciate you on YouTube. Used to be a doubter before. No worries, man. You're here now. That's what matters. Teams trade whatever they want. Yep. You got on the 5-minute hold level and you made 100%. Dude, nice one. Your Ash, that's good, man. That's good. So let's check out which level you're getting it on. So you got your 5-minute hold. I'm not sure if it's this one you're talking about or if it's this one in the move. Or if it's this one, I'm not sure. There's a lot of 5-minute hold levels, but whichever one you got in on, dude, that's a nice job, man. You're up 100%, like, good, man. How do I join teams? Discord is your first stop. That level on BE2, yep, it is. It is indeed. Thanks, Richard, for clarifying that, because I thought I was going crazy. I'm like, dude, this is the 4 hour level. I remember marking it's yellow. I don't remember marking this. Richard, clarify that for me. Quality I find most successful in day traders? I think everybody's different. I don't think there's one quality that makes or breaks day traders. I think rather there's tons of roadblocks in the way to get into the field. You know, most day traders, for example, most people trying to get into day trading don't even understand the fact that we use technical analysis to trade. Like, most traders don't even understand that there's a science on the charts that work. Okay, so like 99% of the people out there are using indicators or news. So first off, just getting people to get to this point where it's like, hey, there's actually data on the charts that we can use to make our life easier. Would I consider myself a price action trader? I don't consider myself any kind of trader, dude. I invented my own thing. Put me in a box if it makes sense for your mind, but I don't put myself in any boxes. So, like, first and foremost, like, just to get anybody to understand that technical analysis is actually on the charts is one thing. If you get somebody to understand that we have technical analysis on the charts, there's also procedural analysis. There's also comparative analysis. There's also risk assessment, right? Or risk analysis. And then there's also mental analysis, right? So I don't think there's one thing that stops people from being good day traders. I think there's a long journey people need to go on if they want to do what I do, like how I do it, you know, being 100x. So there's no real clean answer to that. There's not like one quality that makes people good traders, but there are a lot of things that stop people from advancing. Discord's available by my patron, Game Changer. He's gonna be triggered. No, I don't know. It's like a price action. I think that's just a term people make up. It's all like all these terms that people make up, right? I don't put myself in that box. I just kind of engineered my own thing. There's no such thing as market manipulation. If you want to buy that news, you're being fed straight from the you're a sheep being fed straight from the hand of your feeders. Market manipulation is just a nice, convenient way to say, I don't understand what's happening. Did you have that bagel? I did. That's why I came to stream a few minutes late. I think manipulation is just, yeah, I think manipulation is just one of these things. I should just make some videos and, what's like another word for manipulation? Here, you know what we're going to do? We're going to do some high angle take here for a second. We're going to go thesaurus. We're going to do market manipulation. So advertise, display, retail. Okay, retail is already used. So let's make a new term, advertise and display. So let's use those. And now let's thesaurus manipulation. Administration, control, direction. Okay, direction, display direction. Nah, handling, use. What is this? Advertise, direction. Advertised. So you could actually just put a D on this. Advertised, control. There you go. Control is a synonym for manipulation. I guarantee you I could make a video saying there's a new term out there called advertised control. It's the 2023 type of market manipulation. And tell people, if you've ever seen something that looks like this wick here, they used to call them scam wicks. This used to be a scam wick. Now 2023 is coming. This is advertised control in the markets. Fucking everybody would buy this, dude. Everybody would buy this. It would be the new thing. Anytime anybody saw anything they didn't understand, it's advertised control. I guarantee you I can make a video and make that shit pop off. 100%, man. Let's fly that out there. Advertised control by Cotton Candy TA. That is, and like people would buy it, right? Like anybody who believes that crap is just like being fed directly from the palm of your feeder. You know what I mean? So like, it's just like, I engineered it on my own, Valeria. I've been at this since 2011. So, well, the end of 2011. So like 11 years going on 12. Take my money. Yeah. I think people believe what they want. I think people have this way of, when they don't understand anything, as long as they can cling onto something that doesn't give them the responsibility, it makes sense. Any scapegoat you can give people where they don't have to be responsible, they'll sign up to that faster than anything. It's market manipulation. Sure, dude. Well, good luck making a career with that. I just need $500 million, and then I could be, then I can make 6 figures in trading. It's like, okay, it's like, all right, man. If only you had 500 million so you could make 100,000, you know what I mean? Because since it's all manipulated anyways, it's just all gambling anomalies and manipulation. Every trader video I search up, there's about 500 different patterns. Yeah, there's just a science on the charts. It's very simple. It's so bad. It is. Day trading is just it's in such a bad place. It's why one of the reasons I do what I do. It's in such a bad place. One day we'll get some normalcy in this industry. Hopefully I'll be the one to do it. Love to see your video. I'm thinking about changing professions. Become a day trader is my current profession. I don't get a lot of respect. Damn, man. Well, I mean, try it out. Try it out. The Discord's only $45 when you're ready. Study away. You don't need to join it right away, but if you do, we'd love to have you. And the benefit of being in the Discord community is you're around like-minded people who are going to support you the whole way and help your learning path. So, I mean, it's everybody in the Discord knows it's the best day trading Discord in the world. And yeah, I mean, when you're ready for it, join if you ever are ready. And if you find success on your own without the Discord, all the more power to you. But, studying my work is a really good start. You gave me that pen in middle school? I remember you, Lo. Yeah, of course. How could I forget? I probably would have flunked if I didn't. Yeah, I probably would have flunked. Advertise control. Let's go. We finally found something more accurate than the science. Yep. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like, okay, guys, come on, man. It's okay to join the Discord if you're not a profitable trader. We have lots of people who aren't profitable in the Discord and lots of people who are. Everybody's on the same path to freedom. So, you know, the thing about my science is what we do is a very underground thing. It's very much like just the beginning of changing the day trading world. It's extremely underground. Yeah, so there's lots of people who are, you know, trying to make it, who haven't made it, who are going to make it in the future, who are already making it. Yeah. I think BTC has bottomed now? Not necessarily. Of course I remember you, Soak. Yeah, dude, of course. Soak Mr. Poker. Of course, dude, you're in the Discord. You did your thing, and then now looks like you're doing really well. Of course I remember you, Soak. How could I forget? Today was my first 100x trade on this one. Thank you, sir. So it's going good, Soak. I haven't seen you in a while, man. Hopefully everything's going well, and you've found success, and hopefully my science has helped you get there. Yeah, I know exactly who you are, man. You have a stable of people. I won't say your profession. I think people can put 2 to 2 together based on your name, but yeah, you have a stable of people, and I know a lot about everybody in my community. The old dinosaur ICT. Everybody always asks me what I think of ICT. Nothing. I don't know. If you have time, can you check Dateable USD? If it all depends on BTC, then you're seeing what matters right now on the screen, right? Not really. Someone random in the media? Not really. You don't... The problem with the media is you don't really see a lot of... You see a lot of people trying to become, you know, famous for one thing or another. How much... Well, the amount of leverage you use is irrelevant. It's a test of accuracy, but I personally only trade 100x. XAU, you're talking about gold? Like XAU USD? What do I think of gold? Nothing? I don't know. It depends what you mean, I suppose. I haven't looked at the ruble. No, I haven't analyzed it, Peter. You missed yesterday because your country time. No worries, man. Replay's up if you need to check it out. So what are we doing today? It's going to be a shorter stream, but what should we do today? I still want to make my stocks hit list, but it's not going to happen today. We are definitely going to be talking to team progress today. We're just doing some kind of light team stuff, you know, this week. It's been kind of the setup week for teams. I think a lot of teams are just kind of getting into their groove, setting up their channels, getting used to each other. There's a lot of teams who had really crazy trades and a lot of success very early on in the team schematic, and everybody's still figuring out like how they work best together, because teams is a big thing, right? Like, there's going to be a point that comes where we're doing team events and people are going to be able to like cheer emojis in on the stands, right? Like teams have a lot going on with them. So I haven't really wanted to cramp on their style too much, because I know a lot of the times I've gotten into some of these team meetings, they're in trades and I'm trying to help them manage their trades. And I think it's more important that they kind of, master their own trades, but then I'm always here to help. Of course, I love walking teams through trades. I just don't want to, screw up their flow. So, yeah, we're going to be talking to one of the teams we haven't talked to yet, actually, which is Team Progress, which is really a great team. So that'll be fun. We're going to do that today. It is going to be a shorter stream today, once again, just because, again, it's setup week. So how long will the stream be today? I don't know, not too long. It's a holiday today. I wasn't going to stream today. I actually didn't even know it was a holiday. Like I was saying earlier in the stream, I was going to go buy a car today, and actually can't because it's a holiday. So my whole entire daily plan got changed. I was like, oh. And then I was getting yelled at because it's like, oh, you're working on a holiday. It's like, yeah, I still work on holidays. I work 7 days a week. I haven't taken a day off in like 5 years. I don't know, maybe like I got sick once. I took a day off. I had surgery. So I laid in bed for 3 weeks, but I was still on Discord like every day. It just like, yeah. So I didn't want to cancel the stream, but it's not going to be too long. Yeah, go ahead, Sad. Yeah, I haven't really seen anybody in the media better than me, but I also don't look. There very well could be. Cisco system stock. I think there's a couple requests actually today for different charts. Yeah, I want to make my stock hit list because I do think that stocks are going to be stabilizing pretty soon here. S&P is going to see if it can establish a bit of a long-term move, and we've been saying this since the beginning of the week that the S&P is going to have a pullback. So like a lot of the stocks are still going to be, you know, pulling back along with it. Are you in car reselling? You buy a car every X months. Kind of true. Kind of true. I do buy cars often. Not really. The car I have right now, I'm going to sell for what I paid for it. So I just find it's a good opportunity to get something different. Because there's such a shortage of the vehicle I have, I've been driving it for a year and it's selling for as much as I paid for it. So it's just like kind of a good opportunity. Had there not been this crazy car shortage in the world, I wouldn't be selling my current vehicle. But yeah, I'm selling it to get a Range Rover. Just want a little bit, something a little bit bigger, a little bit of an upgrade. So grabbing a Range Rover, and, well, maybe we're going to see. There's a couple other ones I want to look at tomorrow as well, but Range Rover is definitely up there. So the S&P is still pulling back. So yeah, I definitely want to develop my hit list because I'm going to be taking some stock trades. I'm going to be cross-checking like VIX and the VXX next week, as well as the DJI and the S&P, just to kind of do some cross-verification of the markets pulling back. What do I drive? I got 4 Bugattis, a couple different colors. A Marina 7 yacht. And a Venron. I'm trying to hold a straight face as long as I can. Sorry, I can't do it. I don't even know what a Marina 7 even means. If that is even a thing, it's not, obviously. No, I don't have those cars, man. It's a joke. I got a RS7 I ordered last year on the way. So I got a 2022 RS7. Comes in like a month or two. Should be ready, they're saying, at the end of May. And then got an SUV right now. Said that with a straight face too. I held it for as long as I could, man. The smile just comes out. I can't help it. Like, if you're looking at chat, nobody's saying anything, and it's like you can only hold it for so long, you know? Let's check the DJI. Yeah, we're really looking for DJI and the S&P to stabilize, and then for the next stock run to happen. So we're going to be definitely taking some stock trades. M5CS over R7. I disagree. I could have bought an M5CS. I didn't want one. I could have got one. I didn't want one. The M5CS is nice, but it's an M5. You see M5s everywhere. It's kind of slightly normie mode. I like the M5CS. I think it's a really nice platform. I think they're great vehicles and they sold out super fast. I just don't think it's as exclusive as the RS7. RS7s are just such gorgeous cars. I don't think there's much nicer than the RS7. Maybe the AMG 4-door. But when you're talking about like 4-door supercars, yeah, maybe the Porsche. The M5 kind of falls under a tier. So top of the list for a B tier supercar in 4-door, but it doesn't quite make the A cut. You were wondering how long it's going to hold? There's chip shortages all over the world for cars. It's not just luxury cars. It's everything that's not like a American car pretty much right now. There's like chip shortages for everything all over the world. M8s are not bad. They're not 4-door though, are they? Maybe there's a 4-door version. They're really tiny though. I think there is an M8 4-door. I think I've sat in them. They're super tiny. There's like no point for the M8 4-door. I think it's like the M8 GT, right? The 4-door is like a GT or something. Pretty sure it's the M8 has a 4-door. The M7 that, or the, no, the M8 does. The Grand Coupe. Yeah, the Grand Coupe. Thought it was like the GT or something. That was the Grand Coupe. They're nice. I drove one. Yeah, they're nice. I don't know. I still think the RS7 is nicer. RS7 is really exclusive. Like I don't think there's very many vehicles that are as nice as the RS7, just because the RS7 is a pure sleeper. The M8 is really flashy. The RS7 is like when you see an RS7, you're like, whoa. If you see an M8, you've seen one, you've seen them all. They have different color variations and they're very beautiful, but it's kind of like seeing a rainbow. If you've seen it once, you're like, somebody's like, oh, there's a rainbow in the sky, and you're like, oh, cool. Like, am I missing anything special? Like, and then you look out of courtesy, you're like, oh, it's a rainbow, it's so cool, you know. But then it's just like kind of a friend. Like, rainbows are cool, but like you're not really shocked when you see rainbows, are you? I think that's kind of like the same thing with the M8. I think the M8 is the same thing. I think the M8 is it's fighting that origin level, that daily origin. I think the M8 is kind of the same thing. Could be a weekly origin happen off of here. So why is there a patron? Because I don't work for free? What kind of question is that? What's my favorite car performance wise? I like rainbows too, man. Free patrons are for like signals groups, dude. If you want like a free discords are for signals group. You want a free discord that's completely unmoderated and is like a signal slam, go join some free shit. And then when you lose all your money and you're ready to be serious, then come back, dude. Like, because I don't work for free. Like, what kind of dumb take is that? That's a dumb take. Okay, anyways. Performance-wise, my favorite cars? You know, Porsche is always going to be right up there. I don't think I've driven enough supercars to have that opinion. I've driven a lot, but there's stuff I haven't driven aggressively enough that I want to. If I had to guess, it would probably be a Porsche. It'd be like the best performance. Calling for a market collapse next week. What's the chart? I'll take a look. The Brabus. Yeah, Brabus makes nice stuff for the Mercedes. The Brabus kits are really nice. Falls right in line with the ABT kits on the Audis. Really nice. Almost through FOT. Start blueprint. Short-term goals for that person. You're done FOT, going on to blueprint. Really start understanding procedurally what the cues are, like bankroll management, you know, execution layer, the things that happen before a trade that happens that you can control. So that, you know, you're stepping into blueprint, you're talking about procedural analysis, which is prior to the trade happening or the execution layer. So you should really have a mindset of, okay, I'm now focusing and studying not on technical analysis, but on procedural analysis, the cues and the things that are really important for understanding what to do before you get into a trade. That's where you would be at with Blueprint. Hey, Guelph, what's up? Do you have mods on Discord? Of course. Bro, Cotton is a real bro. I learned from him, and I'm a great trader. Make the income out of this. Yep. Dodge Challenge. I'm not a big fan of American vehicles, but they're fine, I suppose. Hey, cans are nice. Yep. You're welcome, Said. Tesla Plaid. I'm not a big fan of Teslas. 0 to 60 doesn't tell the soul of a car, the history of a car. Oh, come on, he's a kid. It doesn't matter. It's a good, if he's younger, then it's a good time to really learn those life lessons. So make him even further advanced than his peers at his age, even if he is a kid, right? Yeah, what's the market ticker for this mortgage thing you were asking about? I'll take a look. So here's the thing, Saad. If you want like the real take, it's like this. I either have a choice to be a trader full-time or a content creator. I don't have time for both. So being a content creator, I have to make my income from somewhere else. If I was a trader, I wouldn't be here sharing my science. So it would be either I have a patron in Discord, which you have to pay for, or I would not even be in existence on YouTube, and you would have never even known I'm here, because I can't do both. There's not enough time in the day for both. So it's just kind of a very straightforward thing. You either take content creation seriously or you're a trader. And to do both is silly, because you could make tons more in trading than you can content creation, and you'll never make money in content creation if you're a trader, because you're not committing your time to it. So yeah, there's just kind of like, you know, the real answer is that, you know, I'm now a content creator. I still trade, but very infrequently. I focus more of my time on sharing my knowledge and my science. So that would be like the more like real reason. It took a long time. It took a long time to make it. Yep. Limit orders? Absolutely. Always limit, because you know what? Your limit order is going to be a lot cheaper than a market order. Market orders are not for knife catches. Market orders are for panics. You shouldn't really be using market orders unless you're getting out of a trade because of a failed part of the move and you're worried that it's going to be absolutely getting just crushed, right? Yeah, this is more like you're the best. It's just kind of that thing, right? Like imagine, okay, say I'm trading full time. The amount of money I make trading, it doesn't make sense to spend any time on content creation. At that point, I might as well just be a trader and be like the rest of the people who have discovered the science of these charts, or whoever has or hasn't. I don't know. You can never know, right? Because there's other people out there who have discovered pieces of the science, if not the whole thing like I have, or, you know, the most parts of it, or lesser amounts of parts or whatever. But the point being is whatever they figured out, they're not sharing, because you make more money just as a trader. So imagine like trying to make an income in trading and then also saying, oh, I'm not going to trade, which I make 10 times more than I do in content creation, to go publish videos, right? Like why would anybody do that? There's no point. Even for me, I would make a lot more money trading than I do content creation, but you can't do both. So you have to pick one or the other. You either kind of commit to one side or the other side. So there's kind of like a reality there, because you don't want to learn from somebody who's saying, like, who do you want to learn from? And everybody has to ask themselves this question. Who do you want to learn from? Somebody who's trading kind of partially full time, but also making content. Like, nobody's a robot. Like, we all have burnout rates. I work 16, 17 hours a day to make content and run my community, and I can't even find the time to trade. So imagine, you have to think about it just from a more ethos standpoint. Like, what does the person represent? If they're saying they're a trader and they're giving signals to be callouts, they'll make more money just trading on themselves than worrying about having to manage Twitter bots, call out groups, people to run it for them. What's the point when you can just, if you're a successful trader, you can just scale up. You can just scale up your money. What would be the point? Oh, I'm a successful trader. Let me get another income by doing a Twitter thing with signal groups. Why not just use more money to trade? If you're already successful, why are you adding all that extra mental anguish, baggage, mental exhaustion, lack of focus, lack of dedication? Like, you're just going to reduce your focus. You're going to get in less quality trades. The quantity is going to be higher because you're going to spike your quantity on a lower quality. You're going to make less trades that are not as good, or start losing money. Like, it doesn't make sense. So whenever you kind of ask yourself, who should I learn from? You either have to pick between someone that if you think it's smart to learn from somebody who's kind of trading, kind of creating content. Like, obviously they wouldn't be creating content if they were making that much money in trading, if they're doing both. So there's always a decision everybody who wants to do what I'm doing has to make. You're either creating content full time and just saying, like, if I was trading, I would make more money, but I prefer sharing the knowledge, then that's what you would do, right? And if you're successful at trading, it's a very hard pill to swallow. So, there's kind of like anybody who's trying to do both is just telling a lie to the world, because there's no way you can have time to watch trades, analyze trades. Trading is hard. It's not easy. Ask any of my successful traders in my group. It takes a lot of mental focus, more than people would think. There's a lot of mental, like, processing you have to do. Here's a hold level. Like, okay, let's go to Bitcoin. I'll do some Bitcoin stuff right now. I go to Bitcoin. I'm just going to do this, right? I'm just going to highlight every layer. Hide them all. Start the process, man. Okay, let's go. So you're sitting here every day, constantly doing this. Okay, look, we got a 4-hour hold level. Kate, range hasn't been hit. Let's color code this. You have to move fast. Remember, you can't slow down. Come on, let's go. 4-hour hold level here. Okay, good. This 4-hour hold level here, that's tested deeper in the range, goes after something in here. So now we have to dig into this range. Okay, let's go here. Hourly chart right there. What's inside of this range? You got to keep diminishing this thing down. Nothing there. We got a backside here, test it. So that means it has to be inside of here. Go down into your 5-minute, look for the 5-minute tested hold level. So now you've got backside. Can this be a reverse candidate? Yes, it can. It's likely this. Bang, good. That's hit. Kate starts a 5-minute trail. What else is in the range? Now we got to start marking trends. Okay, what about topside? What do we hit topside? Okay, we hit backside here. This is 5-minute, right here, 5-minute, 15-minute backside. Oops, made a mistake. Got to start higher time frame, hourly hold. Okay, now we've got an hourly range. We don't need this. Change this blue. You're doing this constantly. This is very like basic ABCTA. Okay, we've got trend. We need to start marking our trend architecture. We've got accumulation to accumulation point. Hasn't hard closed yet. So now we need to color code this blue. And we have to make a decision quick because, things are happening in the markets, and 15-minute doesn't make sense here. So you've got a local 15 there, won't make sense. You've got this right here, that will make sense. So you've got hourly from here to here. That will be broken right now, right? Oh, it's not broken. Actually, it went through it, hit the level, reverse trend, means it's holding trend down. Okay, now we need to take a look for a short right here. So we're gonna go short. This, once we gain it, that's going to be your inverse backside. Are we starting to create a trail of levels that we can hold? Did we make any origins? We do. We have an origin right here, so we can't hard close over this guy right here. Your origin level 15. Let's mark this 15. Okay, now what are we holding in the move right now? Can't slow down. Got to go fast. 5-minute here. That's tested, so we need to know where the polarity is. 5 minutes tested. That 5-minute is tested right there. So you got polarity here protecting that level. So this is going to probably bounce this right here. I'm going to mark that quick. What about on the top side? Do we have any reverse polarity, anything in here? So possibly an origin here. We're not going to worry about that because that's actually just reversing the trend right now. Okay, what do we have? 5-minute, no good. 3-minute, no 3 minutes, 1 minute. Is there a 1-minute level in here? There's a 1-minute level. Here's your 1-minute level right here. Body, that got tested. Great, let's move that down, tested through to right here. Oh, that's tested right there. So we can short this if it comes. Did it test the front side of this one here? Already tested that. So now we are trying to gain that, hold that. So we really need to gain this, and this is going to try to hold it. So you're like hyper analyzing like all the time. This shit is exhausting, man. I don't care. I've been doing this for 12 years and my brain is still exhausted. Imagine doing this for 2 hours a day and then trying to run a signals group and sharing this shit and then staying on top of it 24/7. Dude, it's fake. It's lies. It's not real. Anybody who's doing this at this rate could just scale up to 100x like I do. I trade 100x, $2,500 a spot. And when I trade, I'm looking to make 5 to 10K profit a day. So my life is free to do what I want with it when I'm trading. And that's real. People have seen me do it. I've been doing it for a long time. I've been here for 5 years calling tops and bottoms and doing 100x leverage trading. Doing this kind of processing 24/7 when you have signals groups and call outs, and you can't trust other people to do this shit because then it means you'd have to teach them an entire science. You'd have to teach them everything under the sun about day trading. You'd have to teach them everything. So now all of a sudden I need to hire a mod for my signals group. I got to teach them everything. Now I need to sink 6 months into some fucking bozo who may or may not be here. You know how exhausting this is? One chart. And this is a very quick, like ultra hyper, like this doesn't allow me to make any decisions. I now have to go and do my procedural analysis. All I've done is very simple T. I have to now go my procedural analysis. I have to risk assess the whole move. So I have to do RA, which is a whole combination of adding more levels and more numerics to it. I now have to do comparatives in the moment. There's no way it's not real. At that point, okay, you have to make a choice. You are not doing both. That's not real. Like that's not real. You know what I mean? So there's kind of just like this kind of common sense type of thing that you're either going to learn someone who has devoted their life to teaching, which is the path that I've chosen, and whether people agree with that or not, that's up to them. They can go and they can say, oh, I'd rather learn it from somebody who's doing it. Well, then you're just learning how to copy them if they're even real, right? So that's why there's no, for me, there's no barrier in between. I see it as highly fake. You make a choice, right? So I just release my stuff for free. And I have a patron because I'm sharing my life's work that is making people rich. People on the Discord are getting rich off this stuff. People on the Discord are making like hundreds of percentages a week. So I share my life's work and I devote myself to it for reasons of purism, because I want to share this with the world, because I have something special to share and something valuable, and I can actually become someone important by sharing it and helping free other people. So that's just a choice I make. But to each their own kind of thing, you know what I mean? So, love it or hate it, man. I always tell people, you can hate me all you want, but you cannot doubt my science. You'll never be able to deny my science, never, because it proves itself every day. And not only do I prove it, but hundreds and thousands of people prove it every day. So it's like, hey man, love me or hate me, you're not gonna hate my science, and you're just lying to yourself if you do. You know what I mean? So you just have to be kind of aware. It's kind of a cool thing that he actually brought up, Assad. So it's kind of actually cool. I gave him kind of like a low take, but it's actually kind of a cool high take. There's kind of a choice every person who's responsible for their own life has to make. Who would I want to learn from and what makes sense? You know what I mean? Something so elaborate as the stock markets, you don't want to everybody has to make their own choice, but to understand where your creator comes from, content creator, or where the source of your information comes from, I think is a big thing. I think that's really important. So I think this is a really important conversation to have. So, I may come off as, love it or hate it, F off kind of, approach, but it's just kind of how it is, right? Like, it's just kind of how it is. And it's not to, call any one person out. It's just what it is. I think there's just a certain kind of reality there, like a certain realization. So that's why I charge for Discord, because otherwise I wouldn't be here, because I still have to make an income, right? I would just make the selfish choice of keeping it all to myself. So but I don't. I give my life for my science and my work in my community and support them, and that's it. I'm gonna catch up on chat. I'm sure there's a lot of takes in chat. But it's not, like, I can tell you guys, it's not easy work to have that kind of processing power constantly, like analyzing charts and making these decisions. And this was very boneheaded kind of TA, like baby grade 1 TA that I did. It's just like the very most simplest form where I could just mark some things on charts and show how fast we have to move and think. And that's a tough thing to constantly process like that. Like overclocking your computer constantly, you know what I mean? This is more like it. While being mental to the fullest. Why is it so hard to combine normal life with trading? Mental analysis is a huge thing in day trading. It's why we have like a resident person who's a pretty big in the psychology world, or I should say, has spent a big chunk of her life in the psychology world, professionally trained. That's why Naya's in our community, because she works on mental analysis almost on a daily basis with people. Thoughts on big Wall Street hedge funds? What do you mean? Like, specific question about hedge funds? Why don't I live trade on the channel, Nev? I used to. It got kind of to an ugly place where people were stealing all my trades and just reposting it and selling it. Like, I would post trades live and then people would be, reselling it. they'd basically take screenshots of what I was doing and they'd be selling it in private groups. It just became like a stupid thing. So last time I was streaming last year, that became like a huge problem. I was getting messages from all over the place. Hey, did you know I'm trying to be soldier signals from this group? It just basically became people watching my stream, taking snapshots and like selling them in private groups. It was so gross. Also, that's one of the things that I don't like, but that's not the actual reason. So I trade through my bank and I'm not screen sharing that. I still trade, I'm just not screen sharing it because I trade through my bank. So I'm not screen sharing my banking screens. Some days I was taking like 50 trades a day, coffee, more even. Sometimes I would coordinate the trades with a Bitcoin chart. Like if I'm trading Bitcoin, I would trade 6 or 7 alts along with it. Bitcoin hits its critical level and I would trade 6 or 7 alts with it. You don't have to be sorry side. There's nothing wrong with asking questions, man. It's a good question. Think the free course link is broken? Yeah, it might be. This is my first week back at streaming in a long time, so some of the links might be broken, but it's on my main YouTube channel. Boys, cotton science is real. You got a golden ticket here, but it's hard and you need to be mentally good. If you're intelligent out of the box, I think it's easier. Yep. So thanks, Seabass. Noble sacrifice for your community. I stand behind my community and I stand behind my work. It's as simple as that. That's crazy, but awesome. That's just such a simple snapshot too. You're not doing any. I'll go through like what the other layers are in a second here. Let me catch up on chat just to get did not think about reverse trend. It makes sense, of course. If a reverse level can make sense, why can't a reverse trend since a trend is a level? Absolutely. Good pickup on that one, David. Good foresight. It's testing its 5-minute level right now. I am getting rich. He is right. Thanks, blow up. Yeah, man. Like here it is right now, live in the moment. Here's the 5-minute level we marked. Was this a 5-minute level? No, it was a 1-minute level inside the range. It protects the leg of the move to attack the trend. Yeah, I mean, there it is right there, right? Trying to hold this level. Not saying it's going to hold that level. That's to each person to their own, but the data points, they never lie. The science is the science. How many people are in the Discord? A couple hundred, 300 and so. Press the F out of that subscribe button on Patreon. Looking forward to it, man. I analyzed for too long in the day. I started to get headaches and eye strain. So that's interesting, Stephen, because I've actually heard that from a lot of members. They, most people, it's like migraines and headaches. I've heard that from a lot of people. I don't get them, but I've been doing this for, a large part of my life. Quarter of my life has been day trading. I don't get headaches. I get this extreme fatigue. I get this kind of fatigue where when I stand up, I'm ready to fall asleep as I'm walking. Just like 100% focused on TA and PA. Yep. Like that saying goes, if you're good at something, never do it for free. May I ask, why do you use level 2 in trading? Why don't you use level 2? I don't even know what that is. I don't even want to know what will happen to these Moon aka Trader boys if there's 1 hour and then the 4-hour trend won't hold. Yeah, I mean, so earlier in the week, we if you guys want to see me doing like live analysis and you're really interested in that, go watch Tuesday's stream, because Tuesday I walked through an entire move. Tuesday I walked through an entire move and like we hit targets to the, like we hit this target, for example. We called out like the perfect shorts. Like go watch Tuesday and Monday stream. I did like a lot of work with the teams and you know, I was doing analysis on the fly and live and helping them understand different things. There's a lot of really good information there. So if you want to watch a replay of me doing actual trading live, then just go watch that, because there's some stuff in there that we were doing. And yeah, this is probably just like a duplicate level. You may be going after this right now. You may be going after this. You're no longer at this 4 hour. You may be going after this to ladder the move. I guess we're going to see, right? I don't think this trend is broken either right here. I don't think this trend is broken. So this will connect in line with this throughout sometime in the day here. Sometime in the day, this is going to connect through. Actually, you have to start at the 4 hour. That's not even accurate. See, even my own science, I do stupid things sometimes. I'm not even using the right time frames. And even this here, 4 hours in existence first, so that's fine. You don't need to adjust the daily. You've got that. You've got the 4. So there's a part of trading. Okay, I'm gonna explain a few things here right now. There's a lot of layers to trading. What I just did was just some very like ABC future of trading marking levels. Okay, there's a lot. There's TA, right? I've just go through this again. I know it's like kind of a broken record. Apologies to the people who are going to see this for the second time. There's technical analysis, right? There's something that happens in a trade. So that this ends up being the larger container to everything that's happening in trading. So technical analysis is the levels we mark, okay? So you put kind of this container around technical analysis. There's also procedural analysis, right? There's also comparative analysis, and there's also risk assessment or risk analysis. There's a trade looks like this, right? It's like a V. There's this half of the trade, which is your procedural layer. Procedural analysis is what's happening before the trade, right? So like, for example, you are taking either a, we won't do this kind of thing and inverse the chart, but what we'll do is we'll use this part of the chart. If you were going down and you had a level, right? Like imagine this is your RA line. Like this is risk assessment or risk analysis, that blue line. The time it takes for that to come down is what's happening before the trade. That's that half of the leg. So if this trade was to hit this level and bounce up, there's kind of two hemispheres to this trade, right? There's what happens before the trade, and there's what happens after the trade. And then there's the ability to assess the risk of the entire thing. So you have procedural analysis, and that's what this is right here. This happening before the trade is procedural analysis. It's the execution layer of trading. This is the comparative layer of trading, which is comparative analysis, which is the architecture of the chart that gets developed in the moments so that you can better make decisions based on the events that are happening, the events that are unseen comparatively what's happening to the charts. Like whole minutes are being developed, higher time frames, et cetera, et cetera. And this is procedural, right? So you've got procedural analysis, PA. You've got comparative analysis, CA. You've got technical analysis, which everything falls under technical analysis, but technical analysis was the first layer of day trading to be created. Then you have risk assessment, which ties comparative and procedural together, because risk assessment exists procedurally as the dictation of assessing the amount of risk in a trade, and then it also happens on the layers of comparative analysis and things like shields and trigger points. So when what I just did was nothing but just some basic TA. You have to actually go through all the layers. I don't know what the hell happened here, why this doesn't look like a PA and a TA, but this looks really, you know, my science is right here. Anyways, back to the point. There's a layer of procedurals that you have to do. There's a layer of comparatives that you have to do. There's also a secondary layer of procedural analysis that ties comparative analysis together on that side of the chart as targets, just like you were to assess this side of a trade procedurally, right? Procedural analysis, comparative analysis. Procedural analysis kicks back in right there because it's the same thing. If you were dumping on this side of the chart and you're doing PA on this side, procedural analysis, to catch a trade and do risk assessment against that PA assessment, why wouldn't you also do it on this side of the chart, right? Like, why wouldn't you also do it for targets on the top side? Like, if you were going to do PA, why would you also not want to do it there, right? Like, it's just the same thing. Like, you're doing procedural analysis here to find your targets against risk assessment to understand where comparatively you can go. So CA, which also then flows into PA. So it's kind of like this recycle sign, if you want to think of like a circle going in like a circle going round and round and round. So what we did when I walked through that was just a very simple TA. Very simple, marking levels and just kind of thinking outside the box for a quick second. We did this. We didn't do anything else. So now, understand that there is a level of fatigue in doing this, what we do with the science. There's a level of fatigue that it is impossible to start doing things like, oh, why don't you trade and create content? Well, dude, like, because I don't have freaking alien brain. Like, I'm still a human. I may be a smart guy, but I'm still a human. But the mentees know this, and people who are in the Discord know this. Like, you know what I mean? There are teenager traders in the Discord, absolutely. The idea behind hold levels, they work so perfectly because it's the inability to allow a trend to develop. If you hit a break level, I should say. So like, this is your break level. Imagine you hit the break level, right? At that moment, trends can't exist because it's a 0-degree angle. So a break level represents breaking the move because trends can no longer continue to be formed, as to where a hold level allows a trend to be formed. So a hold level is trying to hold price up so it can create trend. The moment that you cannot create trend, you've entered a different deductive cycle. So it's called decycling. It's a math formula. You've entered a different type of decycling when you've had a 0-degree angle, and you've said there can be no more trends to be created in that moment where that break level hits. That's because now you're fractally in a higher the segment of what's decycling from a higher time frame. So you've broken a part of the move by having the inability to continuously create trends. As if you were to go to a higher time frame right now, 15-minute it doesn't exist, but on the 5 it does. This creates an interior trend because it hit the hold level. So there's a deep embedded mathematical formula in the charts called decycling, which is what I figured out right away when I started trading. So this is why hold levels are hold levels and why they work, because they allow for the continuation of trends to be developed over time, as to where a break level doesn't. It's a 0-degree angle. Okay, no more teaching. Guys, I've already been at this for a few hours. Actually, today's not so bad. Today's a holiday and it was like mental analysis day on Discord today, so it's not so bad. This is like a good cap off to the rant, though, I suppose. I would say that's not a good level to put stop losses. I would say you should either stop out higher or lower. A break level can create an origin, which becomes a breakout point. So often you'll see break levels reject. Not because the move's not breaking the future, but it's starting to set up a breaking point, and it needs to actually create it first before breaking the move. So I would say putting it at break levels will over time be a leak, because then break levels create origins, right? Like you could take any break level on a chart, even what's the middle one on our screen. Here's a break level, first time frame, take it. Here's a break level. It will typically hit that and reject because it's going to make like a breakout point in the future. As you know, you could just go find them everywhere in the charts. Find your break levels, find your breakout moments, right? Which is your origin levels, which is the original level. Why I call it origin levels. CA entry, CA exit. That's not fair to say. No, that would be a big underside of how you need to go deeper into the value. Stock selection? No. I don't have really like a scanning system. I kind of just look at whatever. Stock market trades for me are more swing trades and position trades. I don't really scalp them. So I'm not really gung-ho on finding like, oh, I got to look at all these different stocks every single day. I kind of have the things that I watch over time, like my stocks. I have the things that I watch over time and my expectations. And then when the right moment comes in them, I'm entering them to just do more like position and swing trades, as to where I'll do Forex or crypto. But nowadays for a long time, only crypto for like my day-to-day scalp trading when I am trading. Phone to do analysis. I think it would be tougher. I don't think it's necessarily horrendous, but I think it would be tougher. Joined Patreon and got on Discord last night. Right on, Jonathan. Yeah, I saw some new members from last night. Welcome, dude. Discord, it's all on my Patreon. So if you just type in Discord in the chat, like $45 a month. Nothing under the 1 minute. No, nothing that's usable. Richard. Let's go look at 1 second charts. Why not? For the simple fact that they're exciting. I will put it on auto mode so we follow it. This is going to do its own kind of thing now. Let's see 1 second charts. Ultimate price action trader. Smart money concepts are useless. Like, are we talking about smart money like being funded? Like, there's two versions of smart money. I guess it depends which one you're talking about. It happens on TA way before that. It's very, very, very rare that news isn't seen on the charts. Thank you. You're welcome, man. 1 second candles, they're exciting. Twitter's a good example of that. You know, Elon Musk just bought all that Twitter. Like, the level hit like a week or two before. People need to realize that, like, okay, let's go to Twitter for a second. People need to realize that, you know, like Elon Musk and all these people doing this stuff, they're very smart. They're already loading up their bags much before these events are happening. They're not buying in the moment that news executes. They are probably hiring. Oh, I don't even want to say probably. I'm going to say they are hiring top traders, or, you know, like black traders who don't advertise themselves in the world. I've gotten those offers to run their funds. There's a lot of crypto companies in the top 10 Coinbase that have approached me to run their funds, for example. But, you know, they go to people who are kind of in the circle of traders in the world who are not really advertising their services. You've got to realize that we simply have a daily hold level at the bottom of the range where this thing had been already back testing its moves. There's a daily hold level right here, and it's a spot test. It's a spot that Twitter gets bought. All of a sudden, there's news after that. You know how long this level had been in development? This had been something from like February, March. Like, this is the bottom of the range. This is tested. You can very simply just go and do some basic bonehead TA. Here's a weekly hold level, it's tested. Here's your next weekly hold level, it's tested. Here's your next weekly hold level, it's tested. So you'd be somewhere inside of this weekly hold level, inside of that range. So here's your weekly, okay? You just go for a greedier entry inside the weekly. There's your daily, weekly, daily. All of a sudden, Twitter's news for some reason for people, and they don't see this, and they're just like, oh, of course. Yes, it pumped because of Elon. Dude, it just, like, any good trader would have caught this move. It's not news and magic. It's literally science. There's literally like, I literally have a booklet on my YouTube that tells you how to find this stuff one by one by one. So, like, tell me I'm wrong. Explain why, like I'm 5, why I'm wrong. Eli 5 me on why I'm wrong. This is not highest time frame, like, you know what I mean? So it said, like, this was not news with Twitter. I'm using Twitter as the kind of in the moment type of thing right now. This is not news. This is, go to your highest time frame and let's do some ABCing. Okay, I'll do it again. We'll go zoomed in slow-mo. This back here is testing all of this juicy stuff back here. Here's your origin level. So this is what it was going to try to break. It looks like this right here on whatever time frame. That's going to test something slightly above it because it held right there, right? So you have an origin level, breaks over top, back tests it. That puts you right here, okay? So that range is done. That's where this test comes from. Way back in the day, we're talking about, you know, even before this. So now let's start from here, because if we were to simply use our eyeballs, this one was tested. We're just going up to the next hold level. So once this one gets tested, we simply use our eyeballs and go to the next hold level. When this one gets tested, we use our eyeballs and go to the next hold level, and so forth. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do some day trading Sesame Street with I don't know. There's like some controversial Sesame Street characters, so I'm not gonna name anybody specific. I think Big Bird's safe. Maybe he's not. Okay, we'll just do Hank the Parrot. He's a made-up fictional character. Hank the Parrot, Sesame Street trading. Follow the trail. We're gonna hold control so we can do this like without magnet tool. Oh, we found one, boys. Okay, let's follow the trail. Oh, found one. Okay, look, follow the trail. Found our next one. Okay, this is a perfect entry. Now, if we could get even greedier, where would it be? We would go count 1, 2, 1 time frame down, and look for the next one inside of that. So now we're going the opposite way because we are going inside of that range. Let's find the front side hold level. Right here, either here or here. You could, they're both testing the level. It's a front side hold level. We almost need to like do some follow the treasure map type of music. Look at this, dude. We marked 3130. What's the low on Twitter? If we look up top right here, I'll do this for people. Okay. Go, the low is right here. 3130 to the cent. It's almost like magic, dude. We must be fortune tellers. Science, man. And Twitter's in the news, and you wonder why. It's not news, boys and girls. It's not news. We can do this on any chart. We do this on gold. We do this on S&P. We do this every day on everything. Facebook? I think Facebook hit a pretty easy to see level, did it not? I know I've done Facebook before. Old level? Oh, let's just even do it on the weekly. Right? This is part of that range inside of there. Here. To here. Didn't plummet. It was just a simple ladder down. Hit the top of its move and started moving down. What do you want? There's a trend. It never broke trend. What do you want about, dude? What do you want from the charts, man? Like, you want things to just infinitely go up forever? Not the way it works. Here's your backside right here. Follow the move down. Follow the trail, dude. Next one's going to be right here. Move down. Follow the trail. One's going to be right here. Move down. Follow the trail. One's going to be here. And the story is told. There's nothing to it. What do you... I don't understand. What do you mean, why did it go down? It hit its levels and followed the trail. Same thing right here. Hit its levels, follow the trail. And then it'll struggle to get over this in the future. There's nothing to it. It has a trend and it didn't break. What do you mean? This is what trends do. They compress charts. Just like on this side, you have a trend here, and when this one, like, just do the exact same thing on the opposite side of the chart. Mark a trend here. Mark the right trend. When this breaks, I bet you it dumps. Distribution to distribution candle. Bet you when this breaks, it's gone. Where's the hard close? There's the hard close. This thing's done. The rest is history. It already hard closed. That was your candle right there. Done at that point, dude. No, people who buy the news are just being fed from the hands of people smarter than them. Spot on to the dollar, to the cent. Not to the dollar, to the cent. Moving stops to break even. Yeah, there's a lot of different opinions on stops that I have. Can you watch Ape 5 Minute? No. Thank you. Happy tears. You're welcome, Steven. I'm happy to be here, man. Happy to be here. Anything, like, all of these things, they all happen. Like, it's so predictable, like, for people who know, right? Like, it's why, and you want to know why it's so easy? It's so easy because people let it be easy, because there's 99% of people who are willing to feed the money with the markets with bad money. So there's lots of free money out there for people who want to use their brain. Scalping crypto over stocks. I prefer crypto. I don't really scalp stocks too much. Do we trade Forex with your teachings? Of course. Do you think those managers of Elon know your TA? I think they've discovered the same thing that I have. I don't know if there's a direct connection to me. I doubt it. I'm very small in the grand scheme of things. I think they know some of the same science as I do. Like, I back engineered my stuff from charts from the 1800s. I think they've done very much the same thing. I would say that we share a lot of the same knowledge. What booklet are you talking about? My courses, dude. It was kind of like it's not like a downloadable PDF, dude. I just mean, like, I've put a book out there of this stuff. Like, it's like a knowledge base, not like a literal, you know what I mean? This is what we do for a living. Yep. I don't trust. I think media is, this is my take on media. I think media is an engine that's been created. Hasn't Jameson from Spider-Man taught you anything, dude? Like, why are you even here, man? Hasn't Spider-Man, like, what's that news station in Spider-Man and the Joe Jameson or something? What's his name? No. What's the head of the news station? Like, has he not taught you anything about propaganda and media, dude? Like, I swear, some people, you believe the news, but you don't listen to Spider-Man. What the I think the news is a nice engine that's built to support careers. When you're talking about the news, you're talking about people who write articles, you're talking about managers for them, you're talking about print houses, you're talking about digital media marketers, you're talking about building owners, like the list goes on, journalists, cameramen. I think it's a very, very nice engine that supports a lot of jobs. And I think the second you stop printing news, I think that engine slows down. So I think the media in general is a very nice engine that supports jobs. That's what I think about the media. They have to, the thing about news is they have to print material in order to stay in business. If they don't make news stories, the lights go like this. The lights turn off. They're gone, dude. So to keep the lights on, they have to make stories. It doesn't matter what the story is about. It's completely irrelevant. As long as it's printable, the engine can run. As long as the foot is still on the gas, dude, the engine can run. That's what I think about the news. I think it's a machine that supports a lot of jobs. So you've got a big industry that fuels each other and fuels itself to make itself continuously stay viable. How much news do we actually need? How many news articles do we have to, how many takes do we need to hear about one event? 50, 100? Well, if the news has its way, which it does, we need like 500, 1,000 different takes. We need 1,000 journalists reporting on the same thing. We need to hear the story 1,000 times so that we continuously believe in it, continuously gets drilled in our head, creating this sense of, I need to know more. I need to know. They keep reporting about it. I've heard it. I've saw this thing about about whatever's happening in the world. I've seen that 50 times today already. Holy shit. I hope I have the next thing because it's so visceral. They keep pumping it to you. So I think that the news is like a really, really well-oiled machine that is like constantly there to keep telling you the same thing over and over. It's like if you're in a grocery store and they're like, sale on turkey breast today. Pick up your sandwich meat for $3.99. And you keep hearing that, and all of a sudden you want to eat turkey breast sandwiches. It's like it's the same thing, you know? Like, I don't know why it sounds like a 50s radio broadcaster, but the same thing, man. You hear that, you hear about turkey breast enough times in the sale, you're like, holy shit, this must be a good sale. I gotta check it out. All of a sudden you're buying turkey breast, you're a vegan. It's like, what's going on, dude? I got scammed out. Fucking smoked out by the grocery stores, man. Hey, Justin, thanks for the sub, man. That's what I think about the news. God, you guys know how to like get me riled up and going. I swear to God, I never shut up. I got to do more charting and less talking. If I could spend my day ranting, this would be like, there is no RA, it's rant assessment. And I tried my best to keep up on chat here. Fill up my card today and wait for next week for better entry. That's on you, man. I'm not telling you when to help your gas addiction for your car. I have some stuff on gold. I don't know what we marked last, an hourly level it looks like. I think we marked, this must be an hourly, I have it as blue. Yeah, this was kind of the target for the current trade on gas. I think this is drilled down from a higher level, but anyways, yeah, it's right there. Maybe it's drilled down from a 4. Yeah, it starts as the 4. I should really mark this as yellow. I don't know why I have it as the 1. There's probably a combination level in there that I did off stream. Don't worry about that. But I'll mark it yellow just for a little bit more clarity here. Yeah, I'm testing the 4 hour. I wish I could try it like this one day. You can, man. I teach it all for free. Just go to my YouTube channel. All it takes is some devotion and brain power and you're good, man. As I said in strategy series, watch all my stuff. It's all educational. Fake Cotton just followed me on Twitter. There's a lot of fake Cottons. There's a lot of them. They're out there, man. They're amassing an army. Yes, David, you can. You can see all the previous stuff in there. Mainstream media is all about pushing a narrative. sincere journalism was killed years ago. I think it's very much a cliche thing now. Well, not cliche, sorry, that's the wrong word. I think it's very much a niche market, the sincere journalism. I would agree with you. Spewing emotional charge nonsense. I think the more dumb money you can pull into the market, the easier it is for the people who know this kind of stuff and the rich to make money. How do you guarantee that you continuously feed bad money into the markets? Well, you get you advertise indicators, and you get people to start slamming up the media. Like, what's the surefire way to make sure we continuously have bad money coming into the markets? Yeah, get more indicator traders. Pfft. Like, there's no shortage of bad money coming out of the markets. Even the ethos behind indicators, even the fact that an indicator takes 2 points of data, measures them against each other, and creates averaged results, even this as a trading bubble, it's like playing in a casino where the RTP is like 40%. You're playing average points, but never being shown the real data. Even the idea of indicators and how people believe this junk is beyond me. It's literally taking 2 points, making a mathematical decision to take the average points. Oh, I would love to be a professional football player who can throw the ball at an average speed through an average length. Yeah, good luck getting drafted, dude. You know, like, even the idea that indicators, that people are even believing in this garbage, is unbelievable. So how do you guarantee that the rich continue to make money? Well, yeah, indicators are the perfect story. Like, how do you basically take money and multiply it? Yeah, you advertise indicators. It's simple. You're just making people believe to them and put more bad money in the markets. It's like the perfect formula. It's like take money and buy. It's like buying more money with lower amounts of money. It's like trading $1 for $10. I guarantee you, like that's a smart play. That's a smart play. You know what I'm saying? If a platform is free to use, you yourself as a user are often the product. I think that's like a brain dead take. No, I'm just kidding. Not really. I think everybody has their own onus. I think you're kind of along the lines of everybody has their own responsibility to be smart. YouTube and social media in general, also engines to try to suck in their users to an addicted hole. Yeah, yes and no. I mean, I guess it depends on the context. I don't think that's a brain dead take. I was just messing with you, by the way. I think it depends on the context. I think that question can be read in various amount of ways. If a platform is free to use, you yourself as user are more often the product. I think you're getting into like too much like deep theory, conspiracy theory, but not really. But yes, at the same time, I think it's overthinking it. I think you can do your own chart, Sebastian. You can figure that out for yourself, because I'm not a puppet to take these kind of demands. If you want to know, use your brain and figure it out. Go learn my science, man, and you know, instead of demanding somebody else use their brain for you, you just have to use your own, man. Instead of, you know, can we all get NFTs? Can we get some NFTs? TradingView artwork. Didn't TradingView, like, I'm not a big fan of their logo, by the way. I think people are aware of that. I don't like TradingView's logo, but yeah, to each their own. It's 2 a.m. and I just had a whiteboard. Whiteboard what? Market fodder in an advanced way? No. I watched a trader who bragged about a 60% win rate. Yeah. Each their own, I suppose. If that's good for them, it's good for them. Let's run through stocks. Thanks for all this. You're welcome, dude. It was supposed to be a short stream. I was supposed to be done already. I didn't want to be here past like 11. It's now 12:10. But Monday, next week, Monday is when we're really going to start full time. I got to work my ass off all weekend. How much did you pay for the perfect custom charting software? What do you mean by perfect custom charting? What do you mean by, like, what does that mean, perfect custom charting? Like, to be able to kind of create your own code, like hotkeys and such? I guess it depends what you mean. Something missing on TradingView is hotkeys. Their downloadable software is questionable at best. I'm really looking for a spot on S4. Get a software developer to make it to your own needs. I don't know, man. I honestly think TradingView is pretty good, to be honest. I think TradingView is decent, and then, like, I've worked on the dev side of TradingView, like under the development criteria. You can make your own hotkeys. You just have to pay for a developer's license on TradingView, and then you're allowed to do what you want, whatever you want with it to a point. You can use your own data, or you can use their data if you pay them to use their data, and then just make your own version. So you, like, I mean, I think TradingView is fine. I don't really think there's a call for a better. I think what would really work as something smart would be maybe open source. Maybe something open source that allows users to kind of make their own plugins for it. I think that would be the only way. I don't think there's a monetizable way to compete with TradingView, just because I think TradingView gives people the ability to kind of have what they want if they pay a developer's fee. I think if you wanted to make a product that could compete with TradingView, you would make something free source, but there's no monetization in that. That's just more to, like, do a free source project. I think free source would allow people to add the add-ons that they want, but then it would also be a bit of a gong show. I think there's a certain, but I also think TradingView has helped build kind of this ugly monetizable thing. So, like, with TradingView, you can buy a developer's license and make your own indicators. And I think that's just like a narrative for disaster, because anybody who has, you know, $1,000 or $2,000 or, you know, $400 a month or whatever their fees are now, whatever it is, I think it's like, it kind of creates this narrative where anybody can go in there, make any indicator, and with enough, like, social media backing and enough, like, re-clicks and refeeds and enough marketing dollars, you can make anybody believe any indicator will work. And then people are now paying, like, you've kind of created a monetization chain through TradingView. So I think that's kind of a dangerous slope that they do. But then again, people, if they want to use indicators, like, who are we to stop them from losing their money? You want to light your money on fire? Go build a fire pit and dump a barrel full of dollar bills in there for all we care. You know what I mean? Like, it's also good for the ecosystem of trading, because it allows, you know, people who know what they're doing for real to get those spots where people are otherwise losing all their money. So I don't know. I don't really think, I think TradingView is like the perfect narrative for something that supports the industry in more ways than one. And TradingView as a company is making their money by having their fee for their service. They don't care anything about trading. They are making a service and a fee, and they're a company that has a product. So I don't really know if you can compete with TradingView other than to make something completely open source, which I don't really know if open source really does anything for the industry. There's already free TradingView, so open source so that you have no ads and you could use data, but then who's going to pay for the networking, the database, the engineering? Like, I don't think necessarily the engineering would be hard, especially open source, but then who pays for all the network? Like, who pays for all the data transmission? So open, like, so I don't really see where a spot where you could really compete with TradingView is. I think they're kind of set up perfectly there. And I think TradingView is a really good product, if you're asking me. If you can use TradingView for its raw beauty, which is just your two tools that you need, which is you know, your ray and your like you're trying the earlier ray and your horizontal ray. If you can just use it for the simple beauty it is with a subscription, it's great. It's fantastic. So I don't know, man. I don't really see a spot where I don't really see a spot where you could kind of take an angle on TradingView. I'm trying to think of something, but I mean, you could just go pay for it. If I really cared to have hotkeys, I could pay for a developer's license and add hotkeys. You know what I mean? Like, it would be pretty tough. It would be pretty tough, man. I don't think there's any features that are missing, because I think for the most part, people are constantly trying to pile on more and more features. We can talk about that. I think when you think of TradingView and, you know, you're talking about, okay, let's do algo trading and quant. Let's do quant. So let's now mix 6 indicators, the MACD on the 15 scale to the RSI 9, crossing the MA 255 for 4 candles. We've got the perfect quant trade. Like, quant trade is just a bunch of indicators with a specific rule set, right? Like, you could, Christ, everybody in chat could make a quant trade or a quant bot or a quant system. You don't even have to have any coding experience. You could go and stack on 5 indicators, make one rule set, execute a manual trade, and in a way you are doing quant trading. Like, everybody who uses TradingView in this space looks at it like it's an additive tool. We need to add more to get better. It's not an additive process. It's a science-based process. If anything, like, God, go to Strikeforce. Here's the trend on Strikeforce. This is not rocket science. I teach this stuff as ABC as it comes. Where is it on this? I think it's like must be the daily then, right? Here's your daily move to your daily move. Hard close candle to candle. Like, that's all you've done here. Hard close this candle, right? You just go accumulation to accumulation, start the chain. Hard close this candle, have a move up. Go to this one right here. Hard close that candle, have a move up, right? You go to this one here. Hard close that candle, have a move up. Move up. Hard close of this candle. Where's your hard close? Right there. Have a move up. And then you can just get into like a future of trading cycle, right? And then you're just about to have breakout right now because you've just entered a cycle and a move. Like, I teach that stuff. Oh my God, you hard close a candle, all of a sudden you're pumping. Like, it's not magic. People are looking for ways to use additive formulas when we are not in an additive market. The science works under the premise of mathematical decycling. So when I reverse engineered all this stuff, I understood very on that there was, I won't get into it. This is something I talk about in mentorship. I'm just going to say this. It's what's called decycling. It's not an additive process that we use in trading. Oh my God, it must be news. Must be news, dude. And then meanwhile, you can just go here and be like, oh yeah, broke a trend. Cool. Like, what the fuck? You know, like, but people are so hyper focused on this additive process. You don't add things to make yourself understand more about the charts. It's not an additive process. It never has been since the 1800s. Even the charts that are from the early 1900s were always these same rules: hold levels, break levels, blah, blah, blah. So I think that's another problem with TradingView is everybody who's brand new in the space, it's like this. Take any field that you want to get into as a career. Take any field. People don't know what the hell they're doing. There's only a certain handful of high level pros out there who really know the truth. People don't know what the hell they're doing when they first come into this thing. And as a new user, you know what you see? This is what you see. Bitcoin, US dollar. You go here, you see this, and you see all these fancy options to start adding things. Oh, what's this plus button? And I'm pretty sure by default, no, by default, you have a bunch of indicators already. And one of the things the TradingView tutorial tells you, if I was brand new, day one, first time on this, it has this tutorial and it says, if you want to see a symbol, simply type it. If you want to add more indicators, simply click this button and add them. So the average user sees this, I don't know, just add a bunch. This is what the average user sees. And they're like, oh, how do I understand this? Okay, I've got to start. I understand. I'm supposed to see what indicators work for me. This makes sense. And it's so flawed from zero, right? People are so desperate out there to just try to, anything they can do. It's almost like social media. People are so desperate to get famous. Look at TikTok. People are so desperate to make an online income through TikTok and to get famous. They'll do almost anything it takes to just try to figure something out. It's the exact same thing, man. People are just additive. They're such additive creatures when instead of just trying to add things for the quick fix, how do I become famous? What trend do I follow? Instead of adding things, who do I type? Start Googling traders, start going on Twitter, the sniper trader. Oh, you got 250,000 views. Perfect. Subscribers. Good. You must be good. Oh, RSI, cool, let's use this. And then you get into the whole chain of RSI instead of just slowing down and being like, let's try to understand this thing from a point of data, realizing that these charts have been here for a long time. So instead of trying to hyper over the top, be like, oh yes, this, slam, they have to pull back and think. So it's very much like people in general are like additive creatures, right? People are just additive creatures in general. Here's a backside hold level on Bitcoin. Why should this be some kind of ultra surprise that it hit this level and bounced up? Like, why should this be a surprise to any human being in the world who has a brain? Why is this all of a sudden the surprise moment? Like, oh, must be the news. Walmart's accepting Bitcoin. For sure, man. That must be the reason why. Like, it's so messed up, man. Like, it's so far gone. People are so far gone. And that's the problem, right? It's like, why is this a surprise? Like, why, you know? And then if this is going to break the move and we simply kept above it, why is it a surprise that it moved up again? Like, why is that a surprise? You know what I mean? Like, it's very entertaining when you start really dissecting, and then you just get into like a human psychology thing, right? You see, I could, like, man, like, I'm done with this conversation because I could talk about this until it's like 5 p.m. because I've been battling it for my whole life with this stuff, right? Do you think 12 hours not accurate because it's free? I think that has nothing to do with anything. I think you need to erase that thought out of your head like it's the Indy 500. You explain why I on 50 degrees on April 15th, 2021 today. Showing them my freshly bloomed apricots. Sure, I'll DM you after. We'll do a private session, man. Wish they had timestamps your objects drawings. You can, I mean, I do that on my stock charts. Like, I don't know, I do that on my stock charts. Like, most of the time when I added this stuff, like if you ever see like 0121, you just add a text box. So then what, you just want to make like a, like this is when I did all this TA, was 0121. I added all these levels. So what do? You just make a button that you like right click, add timestamp, right? Like, so then you already have the tools in TradingView to do that. You just have to buy a developer version. For all the effort you put into educating us, your content does as much. Thank you, man. Do that. Thank you. You make some reasonable points. I mean, pick a chart, guys. Pick a chart. Like, what do we want? Peloton? Peloton's one in the news lately. Where's Peloton? I have that up on my screen or on my charts. Peloton simply followed trend right here. Same thing, right? And now it's hitting its break level from back here. What about Tesla? Tesla must be immune to this. They're the biggest in the world, controlled by Elon Musk, who's also got the biggest stock presence in the world. It would be blasphemy to think that this level would hold it down, right? Well, there's your trend, right? This is a 4-hour trend. I know because of the color. 4-hour to 4-hour. It's the reverse. It's not a reverse level. Hits its hold level. That's it. This is a 1-hour according to my drawings, right? Yeah, there's a 1-hour level in here. It coordinates with this as well. You could just use the front side 1 hour. It doesn't matter. It's all the same. Trend at a 1-hour level. Here's the daily hold level too. It's a simple combination level. So even mark at your highest time frame. I don't think there's a weekly here. No, there's no weeklies. There's one back here. It could be a reverse, but you have a daily right here. Why use anything else? Elon Musk and Tesla must be immune to this. They're the biggest presence in the world in stock charts. He tweets Doge and Doge pumps, right? The Doge pump or the Bitcoin pump, and Doge is just following suit. Tesla can't be immune, can they? No, they're not immune. Of course not. Well, here's Tesla. The same science, same rules. 4-hour trend, daily hold level, perfect target. What about on the bottom side? Wasn't this the first bounce on Tesla? That is just simply a weekly hold level there. I guarantee you, if you go back to January 24th, whenever this level hit, I guarantee you find some kind of news article a few days after that, some kind of rumblings about the, you know, the uproar and the uptick. I'm sure a few days after you can justify it. Would this not just be a simple range, like a simple hold level? Is that not just it? If you were to go to the highest time frame, would this not just be your monthly level test? Well, you just tested the weekly. The weekly couldn't hold right here. The weekly couldn't hold. So wouldn't it make sense that you go to your next biggest time frame, which would be the monthly? I'm sure there was more stock news to come following that. Like I'm sure if you go to February 23rd, I'm sure a few days after, Tesla had some kind of thing that happened. Surely if it's all a lie, they must be immune, right? No. The science will destroy everything, dude. The science will destroy the markets one day. And I'm just the guy dumb enough to share it and not keep it for myself. It's all there. It's all there. And the day I write a book, maybe we'll see, right? You're just perfect in exposing the lie on indicators. It's not just indicators, it's people, it's indicators. Whole industries booked. I'm going to talk about the new project thing. They're probably sitting there waiting for me. Dude, I feel so bad. Yeah, I'm going to go do team stuff soon. People triggered me off with these comments. A good trigger. It's like a high angle trigger. So it's a good trigger, right? Just to kind of prove some points in chat here. There's a lot of questions today about, well, what about this? What about that? Like, pick a stock, dude. Tesla can't. If it's not Tesla, I don't know who it is, because Tesla's, kind of looked at as, artificial intelligence isn't going to affect trading at all. Sebastian, I think your brain doesn't work properly. And I'm going to ban you for having like extremely low angle takes. Actually, I'm banning you for being lazy, dude. Because you could just go figure it out yourself instead of having me have to hand feed you like a little dog. Go use your own brain, man. I'm not lending you mine. That socket doesn't fit in that electrical outlet, if you know what I mean. Or that plug doesn't fit in that socket, I should say. I'm not here to I'm not here to rewire your house. I'm not an electrician, you know what I mean? I used 5 indicators and got 52% win rate. Then I found you. But your stuff's tough to nut. Tough to but your stuffs are a tough nut to crack. Yeah, but it should be. Look at how much money, like, stock markets control the world. Of course it is. It wouldn't be reasonable to think it should be easy. It's supposed to be hard. It's the most lucrative. Like, we make more than actors. There's day traders who make more than Brad Pitt. Like, it shouldn't be easy. If it was, then it wouldn't be real, right? What did I just say? Yeah, it shouldn't be easy. If you think it's supposed to be easy, then you're under that umbrella of thinking where, indicators easy, quick, fast. That's not real. There's some people you come across that no matter what you show them, they are just going to be in belief of their own little world. So you just let them sit there and it's their money. Listen, here's the thing about people: if they don't want to believe it, that's completely up to them. I'm not here to convince everybody. It's like this. It's their right to their own money to do as they please. It's just, some people act like 5-year-olds and complain and whine. These are typically people who are losing traders, right? Or I don't even want to make that assumption about Sebastian. He could just be, he just needs to focus on his money, trading his way, instead of being a passenger telling other people how to drive the car. If he doesn't believe it, then it's his prerogative. It's completely on him, right? It's not even a slight against him. I just don't want to read it anymore because for me, it's just like a brain dead take. But it's completely his prerogative. It's like whatever he wants to do with his money. It's his money. You want to go buy, a lawnmower and pretend it's a car? It's your money, dude. Then pretend it's a car. Nobody else cares. It's just like do whatever you want to do, man. You know what I mean? So like, it's not like, it's just nobody likes nobody likes driving with that passenger who tells them how to drive all the time. Like, just get your own car if you think you can do it better. Moon phrase indicator. I want to try that one. You're living on the end in dramatic. I had to come in and acknowledge a savagery. It's not even a thing. Everybody to their own, right? I'm here to just spread my work. If people can do whatever they want with your money, you know what I mean? With their money, you can do what you want with your money. They can do what they want with their money. I told you to get a job yesterday. This sounds like I'm a bully. Yesterday you told me to get a job to get into Discord. I applied for 4 jobs today. Thanks, man. Now I sound like the biggest like online bully there is. Sebastian will find his way, I'm sure. And if he doesn't, there's another career waiting for him. I read a bunch of stock trading books. I wasn't a big fan. I found it kind of irrelevant. Okay, let's do some team stuff. I'm not even supposed to be here. Again, I'm not even really here. This is just like a phantom replication of my imagery on screen. So I'm not even supposed to be here streaming today. So let's just yeah, okay, great. 5 minute is holding. You've got your trend is holding. Origin level is still in play. Question mark 15. We've got no hard closes. So that's going to be the big question right here with Bitcoin, is if we can gain and hold this 15-minute origin. If we can, you're expecting breakout of this range. You're expecting to kind of go up and at a minimum ladder off of this. You could hit the level and still continue to ladder, but really the key to this trade here is hard closing that 15-minute origin, because it's still in play. It's still kind of what's dictating this breakout, right? It still hasn't broken its move. And I want to just verify and check to make sure there's nothing else. So I would start by looking back here, saying the 4 hour, that's broken. So it can't really be any phase of this part of the move, right? You just have to kind of go down the trail here. There's no hourly here. There's no hourly back here because that's broken and closed. I know this is a big point of contention up in here, and there's a 4 hour right there. Is that what that looks? That's not a 4 hour. I don't know why I have that yellow. Stupid. This is why you always color code things, because it's detrimental to what your expectation in the trade should be and the time frame that needs to break. I would almost ask the question if, yeah, that's fine. You can just get rid of that inverse. It's not needed. This 15-minute inverse here that got hit, it's not needed. So this right here being that inverse, right? It breaks through trend to hit the inverse as a reverse, but then you have the origin level here that supersets it because it was in play first. So regardless, when it hits this hold level, it's hitting that hold level to see if it can actually break or collapse that origin. It just becomes a good short spot against the origin. You hit it, and as long as you close under that origin, you're good, which is exactly what happened. So that's we just want to make sure we have the right information on the screen. So we can even get rid of this. This is saying it's the hourly. I don't buy it. I believe that was a hold level that we marked, and we were just being lazy with colors. This one isn't really important to either anymore. This one still is. What is this? A 15-minute? 15-minute. That isn't. Yeah. Okay. So this is really what we need. You've already back tested that 15, which is the. I don't think this is the 4, is it? No, it's not. Again, wrong color, dude. Man, come on. Deeper in that, do we have something greedier? So we're gonna start by marking this. Fill out. I understand the color's there. 5 minute inside the range. What else do we have? Also the 3 minute backside. This is the level. This is going to decide if it can actually break its move. I'm going to go 15. It is a bit of a combination level there. It actually all exists at the same level. So that's your level right there. So you're going to break over this, try to attack that. You're not going to, not necessarily are you going to break over this, but I should say if you break over this, you're going to go attack that level and see if you can hold trend. You could go deeper in the range, hit this trend, but I think more likely you're just going to kind of move up to around here. River Operation Beginner, Advanced Mental, Day Trading Series. Would you recommend first? I have a thing called How to Use My Channel. Check that out. I go through the order of courses in which to take. You're not a bully. Open my eyes, and I'm grateful for that. It wasn't meant to be a bully comment. Every day, Monday to Friday from now on. I'm a hard-ass teacher that won't let anything slide. But you respect the hell out of it. Like I let my science do my preaching, right? And then I just have a very specific way I do things because it's been a lot of hard work, a lot of long years. I swear we're gonna get to Team Progress soon. We will, I promise. Team Progress is coming up in a moment. yeah, you know, with Bitcoin right now, and then you really got to look at the trail that's created on this side as well. There's going to be nothing in the way of origins here, not from back here. At that point, you'd be testing, you know, this hold level here, right? You just test this over and over. You're not going to have anything in the way of origins just due to the architecture of trends here. And then you'd be here for the 1 minute, and then you'd be here for that 1 minute. So you're kind of polarized to here, but let's do our actual due diligence and, you know, check what could reject that origin. That's in the range. This is the 15 minute that's holding it down right now. This is not good for Bitcoin if you're in a long, because this is going to just trying to hold it down right now. We've got the 5 minute already tested here too. So this is already tested through almost. It is, the range is tested, but I really don't really care to see that too much. 3 minute tested. This 3 minute is tested. That's against that 15 as well. 1 minute's tested through right here. 1 minute's tested through right there. Here. 1 minute's not tested. That 1 minute's not really important. More so what's important is that this 15 is actually holding it down. Looks like there's about to be a collapse on Bitcoin, but we're going to see, you know, how likely it is to hold through. Really, I think this becomes that's the 1 minute, right? That kind of becomes like the final point in the trade anyways. That's like your kind of final polarity. This is a 1 minute. It's already tested, right? Like this 1 minute is already tested through. This one here hits trend, right? Like you back up to the moment, right? You go to here. You're saying like trend was already reversed. So now trend can be hit, right? Trend is kind of active in this moment. So trend gets hit. Stop. Trend gets hit. Creates a 1 minute hold level. If you're closing under that and bouncing off it, if you're closing under it, it's the perfect short, right? Like at this point, this is where you'd enter. It's the 1 minute hold level. There's nothing left. So this either holds the entire move down and starts creating higher time frames, or it snaps polarity and goes after the origin, right? It's that 1 minute holds it down and develops the move. Then you get into like the next hold level, which is right here, which is your next entry, right? Just 1 minute to 1 minute, very straightforward. Which is now, you know, this one right here. But you might be developing higher time frames at this point, so I'd be kind of careful there, right? Like you're probably developing higher time frames here. No, you don't have anything. So it's just still simply holding the one. That's fine. This is your next one. Tried to create it there. Couldn't. It laddered off the bottom side, and that's fine. It can ladder off this. It's just 1 minute time frames. You're not, you know, betting the house on that. The entry is back here anyway, so it wouldn't have mattered. This is just more like your shield in the trade. Like this would have been your entry. This is your shield. If this breaks, you get out here unscathed, right? If you're late to the party, taking anything lower is always going to be risky. Great trend here, right? Trend is still holding. Still having hard close trend. You still having hard close trend. You're getting close. You're getting close. Trend. I mean, trend was created right there. I think it was a 5 minute candle for trend. Yeah, the 5 minute candle. So you're going to need to have that 5 minute close, right? But really right now it's having trouble with that 15 minute level. So we'll see if trend holds or not. It's a good entry for the short. You can also use it as a shield break, but obviously, you know, then I can go after this. So your best entries are always going to be that, you know, first. Well, it's going to be your trend because that's the correct spot technically, because it hasn't been tested yet. Trend hasn't been tested yet. So you test this, and then this is your shield for that trade, or you enter here and this is the shield for that trade. So yeah, I mean, see if trend holds and it can gain this 15 or not. What kind of videos can we expect to see in Butterfly Effect 2? Good ones. Here science takes over the markets, will destroy the markets. I'll just recrack them if it does. It's basic TA. It really helps a lot. I'm learning a lot. Thanks. You're welcome. He's a legend. Thanks, man. Hey, Ike. What's up, man? Yeah. I know who you are, Ike. Of course I know who you are. How could I forget you, man? Is there a way to help me? Join the Discord, man. I've told you that from zero, man. On IG, join the Discord and community will help you. Okay, we're about to go talk to Team Progress. I have not set up their screen yet, so we're gonna have to do a little bit of visual graphic work here for a second, because I have their icons kind of all in one spot. So I am just going to quickly do this. There may or may not be new stuff. Actually, I have a better way to do it. Let me do this. Hold on. Let me do this. I got a better way. It's going to be everybody's first introduction to Team Progress, and I apologize, Team Progress, for waiting so long to come and talk. I was not expecting to go into kind of this like kind of rant material today. Oops. Fortunately, we have to do this by hand just because it's OBS, so it's not really exactly made for like quick. So we'll do our best. It'll be perfect, but it's fine. Let's jump in and see what Team Progress is up to. Hey guys, how's it going?
Hi. Hello.
Hello. Hey, Paul.
How's the trading day going so far?
It's going?
It's going. That's not a good sound. So what's your team up to? What are you guys up to today? You're on stream right now for the first time. Team Progress has kind of been the unknown factor because nobody knows anything about Team Progress yet until now. Now we've got Team Progress. So I'm going to introduce the team here. First off, we've got Jay, captain of the team. We've got Drip, Vitsa. I think I should put Vitsa on the back just for alphabetical orders. Manu and Veli. So there's always kind of this awkward silence every time I come in. So I wanted to say nothing to kind of emphasize that. Everybody's always like so focused on trading in this channel.
Oh well, we had a pretty nice day. We are up for now, I don't know, 15 hours in. So,
15. Oh
yeah.
wow, 15. Oh, so I really screwed you guys waiting for me. I'm so sorry. Yeah. Oh geez, apologies. Salute though. Cheers for staying up and oh my god, yeah, I'm so sorry. I didn't know you guys were that. But I'm still getting used to everybody's time zone. So
No worries, man.
wow. So what does a 15-hour day look like for you guys?
Well, we begin with our charting.
Yeah.
Then we take a break for an hour. We go and exercise outside or do your own thing. Take a break from the screen.
Just kind of get yourself realigned to do maybe a separate trading session.
Yeah, otherwise you will get burnout.
Yeah.
And after that we are full on trading. So
yeah.
Until now.
So when you guys are doing your kind of breaks and stuff, do you kind of have like a marquee of sessions that you do? Do you have like, okay, we say we do 3 sessions today, or is it just kind of more free and dynamic where people just kind of come in and out as they please?
Well, we have a tight schedule, guys, right?
Yeah, pretty much. So everybody is here the whole day, basically.
Yeah.
And we do basically everything together. We chart in 2 separate groups. In the morning for TA, then we come together. We look at it from different perspectives. Get together what makes the most sense for the day.
Yep.
We set our expectations there, the big levels that we want to take.
Yeah.
The overall flow of the chart for the day, and then we're pretty much ready to go.
Yeah, and
just wait.
And so you kind of sounds like it's a lot of TA to start, followed by a lot of PA, and then probably doing CA in the moment. So how is that about right?
Yeah, exactly.
So how do you guys find it? Do you guys kind of share that role of CA and everybody has an input, or do you have somebody who kind of specializes in that? Like where do you like walk us through a trade? Is it just everybody's kind of at the same time doing it, or do you have roles?
We have roles. We have different roles in the team.
Okay.
We really realized after a few days we had, yeah, we needed some roles in the team because otherwise everyone is looking at the same thing.
Yeah.
So we have some different roles. One does the risk assessment, one does the levels and the trends, and so on and so on. So everyone has his own role in the team,
Yeah.
and it rotates every day. So everyone, yeah, get the chance to,
Yeah, also when we need to exit a trade, one is only watching for this.
yeah, exit strategy, of
Yeah.
course.
Okay. Oh, well, I think that really
explain
works.
which
Like,
level get hit.
oh, sorry, Manu, what was that?
To explain which level's getting hit.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that really works well when you're starting to define roles. I know a lot of teams have different ways they like to do things. Some teams are more dynamic and free flowing, but just my advice and my personal experience would be, if you start getting into the deeper parts of technicals, like you're doing procedural, like so I did that a little bit on stream just as a joke and talking about how fatiguing it can be and how much brain processing it takes. Like it's so beneficial when you can trust your teammates, and if you can make a system where you say, okay, we're all going to do TA together, so we're kind of all in the same understanding of what's happening, and then kind of you have one person really hyper focusing on RA and PA working together. Like they need a break, because when you're starting to do these ranges and dissecting all the levels and you have like 6 or 7 different RA moments inside of a range, you are sitting there hyper analyzing, and it's almost like you do that, you enter the trade and you pass it off, right? Because then you have team members who are freshly equipped, they're not kind of brain drained, and they can see things quickly, as to where you enter a trade if you're doing it all by yourself and you're kind of a little bit at that point where you're like, oh yeah, okay, hope this hold level develops, and you're just kind of rubbing your eyes and you're like, yeah, okay, let's pray for the best, and you're trying to keep that train moving, you know what I mean? But being able to have like 2 people do one thing and then hand that torch off, it's like an instant boost to your trade, because you've now allowed somebody else to kind of take the reins. So does that kind of describe how you guys are doing it?
Oh hell yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's super smart. That's really smart.
Yeah, you have really to get to know each other, and it's now for 7 days we know each other. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's really sinking in right now.
Mhm.
Whose strengths who has, and with what kind of weaknesses. So it's really nice to develop the team and how we grow right now. We had a fantastic week. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to the future.
And so it's going to be really exciting when teams really start to kick off. So the first week was just about letting teams get comfortable. It's interesting because, like, as from my perspective on the outside, I've got these 6 teams. So I'm watching to see who butts heads, not in a bad way. This is inevitable. It's almost like every team has a rite of passage they have to go through, because inevitably on every single team, somebody will end up butting heads, right? Like there's going to be some kind of tension there, and it's happening faster on some teams, slower on other teams. It really speaks a lot to kind of the mental attenuation that people have, and now butting heads is never a bad thing, and it can strengthen a team in a way. But you know, for week 1, it's been really interesting for me to kind of see how every team kind of fits in their own mold. And you know, with team progress, like I knew right away from the interview with you guys, and it was just, there was like this synergy. So it doesn't surprise me that you guys have had such a great first week. And then so week 1 has really been set up, letting teams kind of just get to know each other, feel each other out, you know, seeing what kind of unfolds. So it'll be interesting to step into week 2. Yeah. So Jay, you said you guys had a really successful week. What does that look like? Share some details about that.
I think we are really good at the analyzing part.
Yeah.
What's going on, what's going right, what's going wrong. We have our reflection session each day right now.
Yeah.
So we write everything down, like how is the day going, what went wrong, where can we work on, where are the strengths, the weaknesses of each member, and how can we use that to strengthen our team.
Yep.
Yeah,
Have you found a lot of leaks in the team?
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. We have something like minimizing the chart pollution.
Okay.
Well, yeah. When you're busy, you mark out levels, and sometimes it's just pollution on your chart, and you can't really make the right decisions on that moment. And we had one problem with a trade, and it was kind of someone didn't have his stream on, so yeah, there was a little miscommunication in the roles.
Okay.
Yeah. So now we have decided just turn on the screen when we stream when we are trading. Yeah. So
yeah. But those chains that feel broken are the bonds that'll make you stronger as a team also, and those are kind of those little frustrations are good to get out of the way right away. It sounds like you guys are dealing with it in a healthy, good, constructive way, which is good, because it's not always the case with everybody. Some people have conflicts that have deeper fissures that lead to earthquakes. So it's good. It's a good thing, good problem to have, and to work through it fast is just like, yeah.
It's really nice to be really honest to each other.
Yeah.
And this team is really honest to everything in what we do right now. Words can't hurt us, and that's really nice to have this in this team.
And so you guys are also going to be streaming in the future, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Yep.
That'll be cool. Because then people can watch your guys' streams, get a different perspective. That'll be super cool. I'm looking forward to seeing that.
Yeah, we're doing now the preparation of it.
Yeah.
So there's a lot to do. So I will take this weekend to do some stream preparations and other stuff what we have to do.
Super cool.
Yeah. We want really to trade from Monday to Friday, and the weekends socialize or do the other things what we have to do.
Yeah, you guys are really like, when I saw the paperwork that you guys had created and just getting to know the team, like getting to know Manu and Vitsa and Drip and Veli and you, Jay, when we talked, I was doing the interview process, just seeing how organized you were and getting to understand more about the team. Like on paper, everything fired so well. And then this is a case of the amount of preparation you guys have done is correlating through beautifully. Like it's just, sometimes it doesn't quite connect. Like you obviously can do all this preparation work and everything falls apart, right? Like a startup company or just anything in life, right? You do all this prep work and things are so quick to change. But like what, when I saw what I liked so much about this team, because you guys were actually the last team. So you guys were in a cutthroat spot competing against other bunch of really good teams. You guys came so prepared. I was like shocking. It was really impressive. And that is now, it sounds like it's connecting through as well in your trading. And you said you had a pretty successful week.
Yeah, we had yesterday over 600%. So yeah, decent.
Jesus.
So yeah, it's really great.
Holy crap.
Guys. Yeah.
No kidding.
Yeah, it was really, really amazing. And I think 2 days ago we had a day of 500 something. So yeah, it's really, really nice. Not even you have the team members, but you have you're doing something. You're concentrating on day trading. It's your full-time job, and yeah, you have those guys which you meet, and we forming a team right now, and you have almost instant success. And we notice when we are trading together, there's just no emotion, and that's such a great thing.
Yeah, it's amazing. That's just pure logic.
Yeah. Like you guys said, is like, okay, so you were saying like, oh yeah, we had a good week. It was so casual. I was, I didn't want to push a little too hard. I didn't want to ask the direct question. That's why I said, oh, tell us about your trading week. Cause I thought, okay, it was kind of casual. So, I didn't want to, impose, or if you guys didn't want to share, but then it's like, oh, well, we made 600%, 500%. Well, I don't feel so bad for trying to like skate through what could have been, because I was thinking, oh, I mean, maybe I need to skate through this a little differently because it's kind of not really opening up about this. So I'll just kind of leave it. But then you drop that kind of bomb, Jesus.
Yeah. Yeah,
Holy.
it's going very well.
So it sounds like Teams has really been a great connecting point for you. Well, I'm happy to see it as somebody who's watching this from the sidelines from day zero, hearing that kind of success. Like, I'm a proud coach right now, but obviously the success is owed to you guys because you guys are the ones who are doing the hard work. But it sounds like Teams has really been helpful, so that's amazing. I think people are going to be really excited to watch what you guys got going on when you're streaming. And I think if the other team, so Luke DePating just said, hey guys, in the chat, and I think he's talking about you. So he's from Team Arcane, and Team Arcane has kind of been like a bit of a force to be reckoned with, right? Because you've got 6 mentees who are working together. First day, same thing, 500% first day. Like, they kind of set the tone for all of Teams. And Luke is here saying, hey, so I think you may have just sent a message to the other teams to Team Progress may be the last, but I don't think they're going to finish last, kind of thing. You know what I mean? That's crazy, guys. I'm proud of you guys.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah, good luck. Anything you want to add? Drip, Pizza, J, Manuvelli?
I think for the streams, like what we're thinking about doing is maybe like trade recap sessions when we just go through some of the trades we took in the week, and then also with like an Ask Me Anything kind of thing as well.
Yeah. Very cool. I think people really like that.
Yeah, because we're not too sure about live trading on stream right now, so I think that gives quite a good balance.
So I think definitely I think you're onto something really good, because you know what? I think when you're talking about, you have obviously a formula that's working very well for your team. You don't want to have the stress of live trading while you're doing your analysis, because it's another component that is completely going to change the way the dynamic of what you guys are doing, and will completely re-gear the focus levels, which can throw a massive wrench into things. And like, this is the stuff we have to avoid mental analysis wise from zero, because that could throw a wrench into something. You have a bad day, all of a sudden emotions get involved. You guys sound highly logical, like that doesn't happen. But when you add a losing day in there, and then the emotions of streaming and having to answer people, and it will pull you away from your game very quickly. So I would be very careful with that balance. Or it's like kind of a fun nominal amount of money where this is our non-team funds and we're just kind of doing a fun thing. So it's just like, we're trading. It's lighthearted. It's not this serious thing. You're just almost like if I was watching a game of Counter-Strike and Simple went into like just like a public deathmatch kind of thing. You know what I mean? Or like Kenny S just like played surfing, like something very fun and light,
Yeah, we have to look into that. Just experience how it's gonna be live trading, and it's the journey, I think.
So wicked, guys. I can't. It's so wicked.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Talk about sending a message on week 1. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah. Feel the pressure, guys. No, just.
Yeah. You guys know my opinion. We'll leave it at that. Cheers, guys. Good luck in the trades, and thanks for coming in on stream today. I know it's short and sweet, and sorry for making you wait for so long. Next time, I promise we'll be up on top of things, and we'll be in here quick.
No worries. Thank you.
All good.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Hey guys. Cheers.
Cheers.
Team Progress. What do you say to that? Like, how do I even follow that up? Team Progress onto big things. This makes me so proud to be able to have introduced this platform and have those guys and every team working together, and just there's so many teams that are doing such great things right now, and that power of community and combination of minds working together under the science, and it's just like beautiful to see. I'm so proud of those guys, and for me as somebody who's like a coach to all these guys, I like it's mind-boggling. That's insane. 600% or all total 600. I'm not sure. I didn't ask, but either way, it's huge, especially preset by the day before, which was 500%. That's massive amounts of money. Yeah, Team Progress, guys. Remember, they're only 5 members, right? So they're only 5 members. You remember when I said earlier in the stream that there's a few teams who didn't fill up their roster. Team Progress is one of them. My DMs are open. Just kidding. Don't flood me with DMs. Well, you can DM me on Discord if you're looking for a team. And if I think you're the right fit for them, I will mention it to their team captain and say, look, I've been following this person. They're very good. Would you like to give them an interview? They're one of the teams. There are other teams who are just as scary as them. I think every single team, let's not let that amazing accomplishment shadow the other teams. The other teams are just doing all very good, and every team is going to have its ups and downs. So let's not, while Team Progress is sending a scary message, all the teams are poised in very good spots with very strong teams. We have 6 incredible teams, and there's not just them. There's one other spot open as well. There's a few spots open. I won't get into the nuances of which teams, but if you're interested, DM me, and if I think you're the right fit, I'll bring it to them. And I'll tell them, like, hey, I think this makes sense. Ultimately, it's up to the captains. They might not want to add a 6th member, just like the other teams. Teams are more than welcome to fly with 5 members if they find that's what works for them. That's all happening in Discord. So if you want to access that stuff, Discord. I think it's going to be super cool. Next week, we're going to be getting deeper into teams. There's going to be some stuff I'm doing this weekend to really settle in on the different team platforms and how we're going to be able to start doing more interactive. I've wanted the teams to just have a week without too much to talk about, to see how they're forming and getting along and stuff like that. So starting next week, it's going to be fun, and then the weeks following, when we start to introduce tournaments and events, it's going to be even better. So it's exciting. Hey, Jimmy, welcome to the Discord, man. I think that's about it for today. Any updates on Project Candy? Panky was the last person to get in. We have another member getting in who is going to be announced on Monday. So the 3rd member has been selected. So Panky was a 2nd member, and then the 3rd member will be announced on Monday. And then the 4th member, who I have a good idea who's going to be, is going to be announced later in the week as well. So yeah, the rosters for Trading Life is filling up, and yeah. What's beautiful is that participating and joining teams are there for the sake of fun and learning. And above everything else with teams, my ability to support them by giving them additional resources and helping them, and just even giving them that platform to work in a group. At a minimum, regardless of whatever else I'm doing with teams, at a minimum, it gives them a platform to create their own future. So at a minimum, regardless of what happens with tournaments and all these other things that are going on that I'm planning, even at a minimum, it gives them the ability to create their own career. Because a lot of trading, and I one of the things I really want people to realize, yes, we can trade by ourselves, but there's also a lot of power in trading with other people. It's why hedge funds exist. It's why, groups of people trade together. It's not like this always has to be so isolating where you're doing it yourself. I think this is a good path to take, where you do it yourself by starting to say, hey, I've learned, I've done my due diligence, almost like studying in university, right? Let's use the doctor. We always use doctor term. I went to university, I studied with my friends, just like the Discord channel. We studied together. Now I'm in the workforce. Now I'm making money, and I need a team of people behind me who can support me better, so we can all fix patients in a more optimized, healthy, good way, instead of taking all that responsibility on your own, right? Like, teams is a very healthy thing to have. And again, this is empowering, and I think this is becoming very clear that every team has shown this. This is empowering people to set their futures and their careers by themselves and not all, it's not by themselves. It's a little bit, I guess that's a little too abstract to say by themselves. What I meant is by themselves, they have gone from zero to the learning process, like going through university, to putting into practice, to now being in like this team environment where they're there with people who can support them and help amplify their knowledge and make money, because it's all about making money in day trading. We do a very underground thing, and it's very artistic what we do, because we all share a path in my science. But then by being able to support these groups of people in my Discord, like, they are empowering themselves to create a future. They're using my science and they are empowering themselves, and they are doing it as a group, and it's beautiful. It's beautiful because it's not always done by yourself. You can, of course, do it by yourself. There's nothing wrong with that if you like to fly solo. But at the same time, I think everybody is starting to realize the power of these teams and what it actually means, and how, every single team is like popping the hell off. Like, it's crazy. So when you put smart, well-minded people who have the same hunger, drive, and commitment together, and you can have like a coach who can kind of control those friction points and these different, agitators that come, and just the different types of things that may be points that you need to pay attention to, such as mental analysis, and you put people together and you're not alone anymore. And all of a sudden you're in this environment where you've been enabled to just do nothing but make a future for yourself. So teams on so many levels make sense. So, somebody who is watching, like I'm watching every team, they're representing it very well, making me very proud. So, big thumbs up to the teams out there. Through week 1 with teams, which is cool. Now we're going to be on to week 2 with teams, see what's going on with that. And then I think the platform of teams inside of this community just keeps growing. Like, I'm going to continuously introduce more teams. Things will get settled to start with. There's going to be lots of opportunities to join teams. So if it's something you're interested in, then, being in the Discord and having a good reputation and someone who talks and helps and wants to be applying themselves, that's obviously step number 1. So I am going to be introducing more teams in the future. Right now it's 6, but there will be new spots coming in the future. As time goes on and I stabilize things, tournaments will get bigger, events will get bigger, there'll be more teams. I'll be hiring people to help me manage it all. I think it's a great platform, and I think it's a very powerful thing that can be a big future in day trading. So I keep pushing, right? As long as they paying you. They don't pay me anything. What do you mean, to be in Discord? It's all fine, your science, WTF. No matter how much you give people, you're always going to have somebody like Gideon. As long as they're paying me. Yeah, I mean, $45 is all the money in the world to some people, I suppose, Gideon. I mean, I guess that's like everything to some people. Yikes, dude. What a yikes take. Well, with that said, everybody, stream's done. We're done for today. It's time for me to go relax. Back on Monday. Monday at 10 a.m. Monday at 10 a.m. Going to be supplementing in some gaming next week as well. I'm thinking PUBG. I haven't decided for sure, but I'm thinking PUBG. I don't know if there's anything else I really want to play yet. I haven't decided. I was thinking about that one game. What's it called? Dread Hunger. I checked it out on stream and it didn't really look that great. Anybody have any takes on Dread Hunger before I go? More rats. I don't think I want to get into CS. I think if we're deciding between a more of like a hardcore platform, I think PUBG is casual enough to be fun. There goes the move. Lost its trend. Thanks again, Captain. You're welcome, Jimmy. Yeah, CS is a little too hardcore. PUBG kind of feels like the perfect balance, right? Like, it's still hardcore enough to be putting some time in to get good at, but not so serious. There's nothing else right now that I want to play. Can't think of anything. I've looked at chat and people are saying Valorant. Oh, I don't want to do that. I don't want to play. I'll play CS if I want to play Valorant. I don't want to play CS. What happened with Bitcoin? Yeah, I just ended up losing its move, right? Hard close at 15 and then just like a slow bleed. Fortnite for entertainment. I played Valorant for a while. Not that long. Very, very intermittently. I played Season 1. First time witnessing full stream. You will, Tedros. You will. Okay, everybody, I'm out of here. Cheers. Enjoy your weekend. See you on Monday.